Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Moving down to the losers bracket, we are for our first matchup now in the losers bracket this evening. It'll be Hat Academy against Grizzly GG.
Yes, indeed. And I'm sorry if I got a little ahead of myself and didn't give the proper congratulations to Devious for winning the winners bracket finals and securing their spot in CCS. VG dropping down to the finals. So we will play this game. The winner of this game will move on, play another game, and the winner of that game will move on to the finals of the losers bracket. And we're just getting some updates from some of the teams on some Moss. Everybody always has Moss problems. But before we get into that, let's cover the bracket and what we've had to go through today and what we have yet to go through. So not yet labeled versus Tesla Minor GG Esports. Always a mouthful every time I say that. On the other side of the losers bracket right now, we followed not yet labeled quite a bit in the winners bracket before they finally got eliminated. They beat Team Blackout GG 7-5 in overtime to secure their spot in the semifinals. Tesla Minor also winning in overtime to secure the same spot. And as a matter of fact, my apologies, NYL actually dropped down from winners bracket into this round finally. So this will be actually the first play in losers bracket that NYL, Team Blackout losing to Tesla Minor 7-5. But anyways, whoever wins that, Tesla Minor, by the way, making it all the way to winners bracket finals, getting beat in the winners bracket finals, dropping to losers bracket finals for a second opportunity to secure a spot in CCS, and unfortunately got beat there as well. And so two chances, not able to take advantage. Tesla Minor pretty far deep into this losers bracket finals on day 2. Looks like the teams are readying up, so we'll wait until that happens. On the other side, Hat Academy taking on Grizzlies GG. Grizzlies GG making a deep run yesterday. Hat Academy, I do not believe, competed yesterday.
Nope.
So here we go. Very important game. You lose, you go home. This is the losers bracket. Best of 1. And we are going to be playing Border. The op bans for this map. Flynn, take it away.
Bans for Border. Again, we're having a Mira banned out on Border. Not a fun time to witness, as we saw last time around with Devious and VG. The Border game without Mira, a gong show to say the least. Ying Lion on the attack being banned out, and Pulse being the last defender taken away from the hands of these players. So Armory Lockers Archives will be our defense first. No real surprise there, and no Mira on the board, although we've seen a pretty good success rate so far defending top floor without a Mira, surprisingly.
As soon as Rav's hamster starts moving, we'll get this round underway. Yep, as you said, Mira, we talked about the last time we saw Border, kind of the meat grinder episode is what we like to call it now. But before that, right when that map was starting, we were talking about the success rate of the defensive holds on Border, especially this upstairs where Mira is a little bit more key than perhaps the downstairs. And actually, are they actually downstairs right now?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I think it's this view here. Yeah. Remember, my feed's a little wonky.
Oh, good.
So they are going upstairs. But the success rate of the defense upstairs without the Mirror has been surprisingly high.
5 seconds to insertion.
So the Montaigne as well, a strat that we saw utilized by VG on multiple maps in their 3-map series with Devious and the Montaigne seemingly a decent enough distraction, but not really being utilized for plant distraction at all. Like it was a distraction mid-round to bait out some utility, but then there was no capitalizing on what the Monty was bringing throughout the rounds. And I want to see if Grizzly GG here, a team I haven't actually heard of, although I am aware of one player having previously casted him in the Northern Marina Canadian circuit in Crusher, formerly of Set to Destroy X.
Yes, indeed. So, east balcony, east stairs are getting droned out and taken control of. Ash will throw a couple of shots through this gaping hole in the soft wall here in offices. Monty will hang out, see if he can gather any last intel before they decide to make their push in. Lots of intel being gathered. They make their entrance in. It looks like some bullets coming from the fountain area. I'm not sure if they have a defender trapped in fountain. It looks like maybe, perhaps, but they will be shooting. Nope, they won't. Ash will be aggressively pushing up. Blackbeard holding that ventilation. Nobody to stop them in the archives. And so now they kind of have free will with this rotation cut off. All they're going to have to do is watch their backside. They're not going to have any problem getting into B to try and get this diffuser down. The wall is starting to be Habana'd. And look at this beautiful angle by Crooked down below, just barely missing the head of Blackbeard. But if he decides to jump in as Fjord on the Bandit, will get a beautiful kill from the hallway. Anyway, Vigil holding that nice angle from down below, kind of pinning that Blackbeard there on ventilation, probably unknowing to him. Now this whole floor behind the B-bomb is opened up, so plenty of room for the defenders to fire up to the floor should they see any activity. And actually a really decent strategy since there's no pulse. Smoke number 1 will be thrown out, damaging Monty bound to about half health. Still a minute left to go, 4-5 now.
Puzzle with a wonderful one-tap through the floor, dropping Crooked. Now, Zanky is there to refill the position with that UMP as Puzzle will hop in. That Blackbeard controlling archives. Sprays coming in from Levron with that T5, but Puzzle, another wonderful shot with that SR25, dropping Levron. Pops another shield on, even though it is Spectator glitched away from us right now, and Alex the G on the Montaigne, bringing in the diffuser, going for the plant now. I don't think Zanky has a visual on him from below. He does not. The plant is going to go down. Fjord in a battle in the middle of the hallway. Rav will drop Puzzle. The diffuser does go down, but now it's all up to Angel stuck on the top of East, as that diffuse can start at any point now. Ford will finish him off, and that will be Hat Academy taking round number 1. And a flurry of attackers dropped to the hands of the defenders. Mass retake into sight.
Defenders win.
I wish I would have seen what happened to the poor Blackbeard and Montaigne there in that corner. He was planted with the shield on his back. It didn't look like he got shot up through the floor. There was a smoke down, allowing, unfortunately, the smoke might not have been the best idea, because then it created a block for the defenders that were on the other bomb site over near Sandwich and in Armory lockers to move forward and kind of rush through the smoke, try to get a quick peek, and that might have been what happened. Either way, unfortunate is 2 attackers go down. 0 defenders go down, and the attackers have no problem finishing off that Thatcher, taking the round.
Yeah, a good decision there. I talked about it in the Devious against VG game, where it was the AWOL take every single time top floor. There was no alteration to it. It was just everyone running their head against the wall on the AWOL take, and I wanted to see some more office takes, and there it was a pretty close round if it wasn't for the dominant retake and a 3-kill spread in about the span of 4 seconds for the defenders. It was looking pretty good for the attack there, so a very close round nonetheless. Barring the fact it was down to a 1v3 in the beginning, it looked like it was going to go in Grizzly GG's favor. So I'm looking forward to see some more office side attacks. Again, I don't really see what the Monty was bringing specifically. You bait out the smoke grenades, you can do that with anyone else pushing in. Or just breaching open the wall. The instinct there for the smoke is to launch the smoke grenades to stop the progression into the site. Yeah, I'd like to see a different operator being brought out there.
Yeah, and I think that they'll probably make adjustments. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't close enough for them to try and maybe attempt that again. So we'll have to wait and see. But some people are just stuck on Monty right now. I don't know what it is about Monty. Blitz. Did Blitz get banned this time around?
No, it was Lion and Ying is the ban. So Blitz available on the board, and they're electing to go for the Monty.
Yeah, Monty does have some uses, but I'm not sure if we should be seeing him as much as we've been seeing him. But, that ventures to be, I guess, determined, as people are going to just bring him anyway. Dokkaebi, we've been seeing her quite a bit. This Vigil will hold a very aggressive angle up here on the top, getting spotted out by the shield operator. He will push all the way up against the door and Fountain and call it to his teammates. Oh, and he will jump over. I'm pretty sure the Monty heard him come down. Yes, he will see him now. Push all over onto Crooked. He will retract the shield. Of gunfire will ensue, but thankfully, Crush there with the thermite to stop the bleeding. Another operator pushes out the Fountain. Levron will take down Crusher and immediately get traded back by the shield. And now a 4v3, the Monty, just a tidbit of health left.
Basically nothing left on Alex. The Montaigne pushing in, and Angel with a great cover with that SMG-12. A hard shot to hit at that range with that weapon. Nonetheless, Fjord's head removed from his body mid-hallway, trying to rotate out of break room. and now down to a 4v2. Anyone breeze, or even if that smoke grenade comes in remote contact from Rav onto Alex, it will be a 3v2 instead. Lots of utility still left. The Dokkaebi, I believe, still having one call left in the pocket. Both logic bombs actually left, and 2 frag grenades remaining. The Blackbeard still having both shields in hand. It's a very good setup so far for Grizzly GG to be aggressing onto the site. The only thing they're lacking right now is the breach.
Yeah, they don't have the breach. They don't have any of the good destruction onto them. Oh, actually, they do. They do have the buck. Not sure where he's at, but again, I don't have sound on my feed, so I can't tell if he's up on the floor. Up there he goes. Now he's getting started. Only 45 seconds left, so he doesn't have a lot of time to try and get some picks, only to maybe try and drive some of the defenders out of their positions. He's not doing much right now, and the time is ticking away. Only 37 seconds left. Only one defender now. The Ella hanging downstairs. She will pre-fire on somebody that dropped the hack. She'll get one. She shoots on and drops the Monty. So it's a 2v1, 25 seconds. This is a very doable situation if you're the Ella. Buck will peek the wrong way, and unfortunately, they will finally get the kill on the Zanky roaming around. Not sure. Oh, from the main stairs on the rotate. He just sees a piece of him. Unfortunately, the Ella will try to rotate back upstairs. If she would have gone through that door, might have had a little bit better of a time. Either way, attackers will win round number 2, tying it up 1-1.
So a much better take at the top 4 this time, actually clearing out the roamers, and just a millimeter away. One more bullet anywhere on the body of that Montaigne, and it would have been all over. And the ability to trade that out. It's not even necessarily that the Montaigne did anything late round or anything. It was an extra body you have to worry about, and the mentality there, instead of a 4v2, it's a 3v2. You feel a little bit better, and maybe you take a little more of an aggressive peek, sorry.
Yep.
Tough situation to be in there, just missing by one thread, honestly. But nonetheless, we go back upstairs for the defense now for Hat, and they will try and lock this down as they did last time. I imagine they'll be playing aggressive from below once again as Rav starts opening up the archives floor with his shotgun, as no pulse on the board, no mirror on the board. Very difficult to defend from below unless you want to pull out something like a Valkyrie, whose cameras have been spotted out pretty effectively so far. I think we've only seen Valkyrie a handful of times. Her pick rate so far today is not that high, and her cams have been spotted and taken down. Like, we've witnessed them being taken down an inordinate amount of times. Like, something noteworthy is that the cams are being spotted so easily. So I think it would be an interesting swap up on defense, but also Crooked had those incredible angles from downstairs inside workshop.
Yeah, so now, last time they noticed that the floor was open. I'm curious if the attackers are going to spend any time trying to clear the downstairs before they head upstairs. Ash will confidently take the east stairs. The Montaigne will push in with her, and an office take, it seems to be, yet again. They'll open up this soft wall into offices, and not sure I'm totally agreeing with this. They'll drop the Dokkaebi this time in lieu of a Thatcher, something that they're probably going to need to do to get into that bomb site, the Archives bomb site, because that wall is banded. Vigil playing downstairs again will lose a little bit of his life. He got damaged early too last. I'm not sure if he's just getting hit by a pre-fire on the rotate or what's happening. Blackbeard now on ventilation, and information gathering mode engaged as the attackers have taken 3 steps to go in and take this wall into Archive. Monty will push up aggressively again. This time there's a defender in the corner. Not sure if they have the hatch open for a quick rotate down, but he's going to hold it out as long as possible, just in case. He does. He sees the Monty. He's going to hang out at the top of the hatch. He'll get hip-fired, actually. A flashbang will come out. He'll smoke it off and drop down to join his fellow teammates downstairs. Now we'll see some bullets coming in. Ash will open up that soft wall, and now a little bit of pressure being applied onto these downstairs defenders. And I like this, because even if you're not attacking, even if you're not actively trying to work your way into the servers to try and deal with these downstairs the downstairs defenders, they're going to have to watch their flank. They can't just be staring up through the holes in the floor, because there's a danger present downstairs with them.
Rotation now by Ravs. He did have to drop down that workshop hatch, leaving it as a man disadvantage on the floor of the objective. He only had 2 defenders on site and 3 below. Crusher trying to open up the walls. The bandit batteries have been shot off by Alex on this Montaigne with no contention. Like I said, Rav had to go down below. Crooked lighting up some shots through the floor towards the Blackbeard playing on AC. His puzzle, and now moving into sight is the thermite of Crusher with the diffuser now as he picked it up from Ash, who was
Oh,
carrying the
no.
diffuser before Crooked through the floor will drop Crusher. There's no more breach. I don't believe he got it off, and now the Ash of Platts trying to fire in through the bathroom wall towards Crooked. He escaped into the rotation hole. Puzzle, though, will tie man count. 26 seconds remaining. They have to recover the diffuser and push into sight. Platts will flash himself, and Crooked will escape to Teller. Zanky get another one on Angel as the Monty is pushed all the way up into Archives. Pushing the Archives door, trying to block. Nobody's recovered the diffuser just yet. An ADS here by Alex, but Crooked will take down Platts downstairs. And now it is all up to Alex, as the Monty, as Puzzle had been downed off screen. The diffuser was never recovered from outside the Archives wall, and that is Hat taking a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, taking that thermite absolutely swung the entire round. I'm not sure where that Ash was, but she let Crooked in on that vigil downstairs creep in the bathroom. She was holding an angle to make sure that the defenders rather, couldn't rotate out of sight, but she wasn't putting enough pressure to where the defenders didn't feel comfortable looking up. They had to, if she would have had enough pressure there where they had to keep watching their backs, right? Peek up, peek to the left, peek up, peek to the right, that sort of thing. It might have been a lot more effective, but Ash just didn't really end up doing anything downstairs, and Vigil got rid of the thermite, and that was pushed thwarted with only 25 seconds left. They couldn't do anything else but try and go through that door.
Well, the biggest problem is when Ash, I forget who it was Platts on the Ash, when she opened up that angle all the way from here in waiting room with that breaching charge. The problem was she had the diffuser. She had to run all the way back upstairs, give the diffuser to Crusher on the thermite, and then run back downstairs, allowing Crooked to make those rotations. And Leveron, I think it was it Leveron on the Castle last time? Nonetheless, whoever was Castle, allowing him to rotate out of Workshop up west and allowing Crooked to rotate into the bathroom to hide away for as long as possible, and then inevitably getting the jump on her with the SMG-12.
Absolutely. Just a little off-topic thing right now. CCS 1 is fastly approaching 5,000 followers. So if you're new here, smack that follow button. Let's get over the edge today before the stream ends. We appreciate all the newcomers smacking that follow button. And welcome. If you're new here, check out ccsesports.com to see what we're all about. These are the qualifiers for our league going on today. This is the losers bracket semifinals. Lose and go home is the name of the game here on Border. So 30 seconds off the clock. Montang again will push into these east stairs. Ash probably not too far behind. Blackbeard will play this broken wall. I'm not sure if they saw somebody in hallway. There is a Z mark in the middle of the hallway. He will call out that there is a castle door to deal with. Castle trying to work his way up. Crooked tried playing this spot earlier, jumped through aggressively and wasn't able to make anything happen. He'll see the head of somebody, not quite get any bullets down, but he will slow the push. Bullets flying through the soft wall, and now Castle might be trapped in the back if one of the attacking operators get and watch that flank with enough time. But no, Castle will peek out, and now he will be watching, and the attackers are going to have to do something different. Impact grenade goes off by Crooked on Vigil as he tries to flank into Fountain and maybe help his teammate out, but the attackers have backed off. Castle will get a pre-fire through the door, but Monty will not take any damage from that as he shields up just in time. Some shots going back and forth from the hip fire and from the Castle. Leveron will finally get the kill onto Monty, and that is just terrible Monty work. He should have had that shield extended, kept him distracted, and let his teammates come in and help him. Instead, a lot of these shields here, and I blame Sippin on OJ for it, as Levin gets a kill onto Platts. That's 2 down, including the the soft destructor on the top. Crook will get a kill of his own, get immediately traded out. Fjord will get the double kill and end the round for the defenders, and not much progress at all made by these poor attackers. Round.
Important point to mention, that was not the objective. Objective was vent work downstairs on the main floor, and this attacking group trying to clear this roam game topside with the castle barricades. Unable, wasn't exactly sure how the Montaigne lost the battle with the castle in a close range engagement like that. Nonetheless, he did. It was the castle of Leveron who got 2 crucial picks there, and then the impact nade in the back walls of Fountain from Crooked on the Vigil that also had a detrimental effect on that push trying to come through Fountain. There were too many angles to hold, too many crossfires established by the defenders, and a wonderful hold simply by 3 men in a 3v5. Top side for Hat to give them the 3-1 lead now, and a little more of a stranglehold on this as they have one more shot at the defense before having to go to the attack themselves.
Yeah, the attackers, I think, botched that round terribly. When that castle was trapped back in that spot and that whole soft wall was opened up, even I was like, oh, well, that's a death sentence. He can't ever get out of there. Best he can do is maybe get some damage down on attack, maybe trade. And he ended up getting the Monty, giving his teammates plenty of time to go and get his help side. They didn't push Fountain. They didn't peek him. They didn't even drone him and see if he was peeking that angle, or if it was safe to go and establish a hold on that angle for him to peek out. And I'm not sure. They just stalled out. They just didn't do anything. And unfortunate, because that gave his teammates enough time, Crook on that Vigil opening up that Fountain wall to rotate up, give him help, and then all hell broke loose as the defenders just went ham on the attackers all around the office.
An obsession so far from Grizzly GG with the Montaigne, and it has not had much effect so far throughout these 4 rounds, progressing into the 5th, as their last attempt on the attack hasn't seen many alterations on the op lineup. Still electing to bring only the Thermite, no Hibana for the range breach, and swapping off the Buck now, I believe, for the Thatcher.
Yes, indeed. Levron, Crook, very fluid, very mobile, not super aggressive. They're not running directly to the attackers. They're just keeping in motion throughout the map, and I think that is the best way to roam. The Thermite will get the wall open with the Bandit right on the other side of it. Not sure what happened there, but an easy pick as he had nowhere to go. All the angles covered on his escape. Monty will call out that there's a couple of operators in the little closet as Blast will take out the Legion. So now a little sign of life here from the Grizzly team, as Alex, now with about half health, stops the attacking, or the flanking by the Vigil. Smokes will come out. Some smokes will go in from the attackers. Crook at a very aggressive peek. Not sure what he was thinking there. He'll down one, but he'll get his head taken off in return. And now all 5 attackers are still left. They'll dip out on the revive, so because he was getting injured because of that smoke canister. Rav holding a really nice angle here in this office. Calls to his teammate for a little bit of help side. All the attackers now sitting outside a pillbox. Not sure if anybody's on the flank. Yes, one is, and a peek out from Mute might find him, but no, Ash, too quick on the reaction. Will take him out of 4v1. Smoke in a bad position. He's got that SMG-11, but it will not be enough. Angle on Hell, if you're from where I'm from, on Hell will finish it up, and that will be round number 1 for Grizzlies GG.
Again, the Monty, I guess, serving somewhat of a purpose there as a distraction, but I think most of that round comes down to the over-aggression from the defenders. You got a Bandit sitting right beside a wall that is actively being breached by a Thermite charge, and you run away from that, man. You got a Monty right beside you. You're not going to be able to Bandit trick that. Get out. Yeah. Don't just stand beside the thing. He's definitely going to call out that you're going to start pushing that breach hole. There's no way you come out of there with the jump on anyone. They're going to be waiting for you, and exactly what Angel was doing was waiting. And then Crooked as well. Why are you running out into 3 attackers and a 4th as a Blackbeard laying down inside CCTV? You had a good man count. It was a 3v5 at that point, and the smoke grenade was already injuring out that, or going to take down that Montaigne anyway to a low enough amount of health that you could have tagged him, or even just chucked an impact nade at him to take him down. I don't know. Seems like hyper aggression there on the side of the defense when they could have almost, or all but, put this thing away at a 4-1 lead. They walk away only with a 1-round lead so far.
Yes, indeed. You know, it kind of stinks because I was giving Crook praise. I was giving Levron praise about how they were roaming properly. They'd make themselves known, and by the time the attackers could react to it, they were half a map, maybe the whole map away. But Crook just kind of unwrote the rules when he did that really obnoxious run out, which accomplished nothing. Sure, he downed the Montaigne, and yes, the smoke finished him off, but Montaigne had like 5 health. Was it worth trading your full-powered Vigil in a disadvantaged situation for a 10 health Rook? And it costs the life of somebody and one of your 3 smokes? Of course not. So Blitz will be brought in for the first time at Crooked. Never seen him play Blitz before. I've had the opportunity to watch him play quite a bit, so I'm interested to see what they end up doing. He will push hard into the fountain. Somebody will rotate out and run away, not wanting to deal with Blitz, and I don't blame him. He'll push way in the fountain, But the defenders, even 2 of them, not going to take any chances. They'll walk away. Zeki pre-fires in through that softwood and decides if anybody wants to try and peek him, he'll take his head off. All the defenders now either rotated back into armory lockers, 4 of them there, 5 of them there, all of them. Finally, 1 has the guts to peek out. Not a great move. Plants drops down below to see if he can do some work from underneath. The thermite is going off. Crusher will get a kill. Crusher will get a double kill before Fjord will end his reign of terror. The Blitz and the Jackal now gone. No more Blitz to deal with. Still plenty of time left, though, for the attackers to regroup.
Inside of office, these last 3 attackers remain. It is Fjord at the archives door, and you have to worry about that flank from below as Platts currently just playing the hatch, waiting for anyone to walk in through the breach hole. But he could go for an east stairs or a west stairs flank, either or. Pre-fires going back and forth, none landing on the mark necessary. Seems like Ford's a little wary of someone below. You have a 3v3 on site right now, but you have to be wary of that Platts rotation. A minute 7 on the board, more pre-fires going back and forth, and no ground being gained here by the attackers. Their time ticking away 1 second at a time as they waste, just losing bullets at nothing.
Yeah, they want to see, while they have a little bit of time left, any of the defenders will be a little bit over-aggressive. I mean, they've been known to be over-aggressive, and so the defenders are trying to milk that if it's a possibility. Only a little bit of hole opened up in the floor. Fjord will get a kill. It'll be traded back, and all of a sudden it's even. The diffuser will go down, but finally he will get traded too, so only Fjord on the Ash is left. He knows 1 is down below. He will do a really aggressive peek and lose immediately. I'm not sure what happened. It was over so fast.
I mean, Platts looked like he was blind there for about half a second. He was staring at the Thatcher, dropping the plant down for a good 2-3 seconds, just not pulling the trigger until he finally finished the plant. Very fortunate that it all worked out for him, and Puzzle was able to close it out with the 2K, but that was dangerously close to Platts completely throwing everything away, seemingly for no reason. He was staring at the guy for a good amount of time, and like we touched on, the rotation downstairs evidently effective on the round, taking down that Thatcher, bringing it down to a 1v2, and also the stall out of the attack. You get the breach open, you start pushing in, but you lose that blitz, and it seemed like Crooked was the linchpin on that attack there, and he will swap off to the Ash now instead of the blitz, but he was trying to charge in immediately. He gets hit with an Ela concussion mine and a Goom mine at the office double door from hallway, and not a fun situation to be in if anyone has come across the combination of those two. It's not a pleasant event, and nonetheless he backs off, and then the attack starts to slow down. Then he starts moving back up, he's ramping up, and starts moving in, and now he's being attacked by 2 defenders and a crossfire on him. So this ebb and flow of the aggression of the attack all relied on Crooked, and as soon as he dropped it and fell to Crusher, it was all she wrote for the attack for Hat, and now round count leveled out.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people say Blitz kind of OP. The thing about Blitz is he's got kind of a nuance to him. You have to know how to play him, especially against people that are this good at the game. And sipping on OJ has got to be the only exception I know. I'm not sure if he's just like the best shield player in the world or if he just has the best luck in the world. You know, that kind of play as we saw yesterday in the qualifiers. But either way, you know, Blitz is sort of difficult to play. I mean, he's got a certain way that you have to play him. You ADS at the wrong time or expose yourself, and he gets eliminated very easily. You got to close that distance, which he has the ability to do, get people in a one-on-one, that sort of thing. So Fjord will push this pillbox, throw a grenade in, try to clear out some barbed wire, see if he can perhaps get a battery while he's at it. 1 defender will be spotted upstairs. Remember, saw the attack come upstairs before when the sides were flipped and not able to get past the offices. So Buck already making a little bit more progress now as his teammates go on the other side. He is in now. I'm not sure if the defenders have decided to. So they're rotated out. 1's in offices, and 1 is laying in the main hall, seeing if they will get pushed. Maybe seeing if he will get droned, or if the attackers will be lazy and decide to start looking down through the floors and try to start opening the floors up and not pay any attention to their flank. 4 attackers now, all inside of Armory Locker.
Suddenly completely forgetting about Platts and Puzzle upstairs. Platts can rotate to Radio, and Puzzle pushing in to Fountain now, establishing a little bit of a beachhead, and he seems to have caught the attention now as Fjord will drone him out. Unable to shoot the drone. No. Finally recovers the final bolt to take down the drone. He's got one spotted out, and now the second one will give himself away as Leveron will take down Platts, the man who's going to come in for the flank in the crossfire. Now it's just Puzzle laying prone against the semi-breached Archives wall. Like they have a beat on him as he is staying relatively still, moving around a little bit to change his view. And Crooked will vault all the way out and head to Radio window as it is Rav pushing up. He will actually swap back out. Crooked now breaking open the Radio window, and Puzzle laying prone for as long as possible. Spots out Fjord, takes him down. Another spray into the back of Archives. Unable to take down Leveron, spraying wildly with a pistol. But Crook will trade him down, and now it is a 4v3 in the favor of the attack. All three defenders sitting on site, and it looked like Angel wanted to go for a peek. He will. He rotates out, down to about 5 HP to the small office of Customs.
Very surprised that that Legion was able to get anybody. Very good patience there. Rav will take one out. It's a 2v4 now. Actually, a 2v3 as one is down in sight. Nope, he was down right outside of the window, so he'll get picked back up, back to 50 HP. 4 attackers, 2 defenders, one of which 5 health, and only 13 seconds left. Can the defenders somehow organize themselves? He'll take one down. Just all they have to do really is stop the plant, but no, the diffuser will go down. It's just a tad late, but it is a 2v2 now. What a swing this has happened. They're going to have to watch the window where this Blackbeard is now working. We will see one. He'll take one out on the diffuse. He'll take them both out as they line up nice for him. And the attackers somehow managed to salvage that attack.
Yeah, that came dangerously close to yet another throw, but Hat able to recover. A wonderful job of that roam clear. You know, you lose Puzzle for a second there as that Legion topside laying down in Fountain right beside the Archives wall, and you lose the buck for it, but it was a good job to not let the run continue, and you also took down Platts, the Ella, who was undiscovered by the drone. You baited the shots out and drew her fire without having to use any utility. You don't lose any operators in the process, so you get a 2-for-1. You lose the buck, but get the Ella and the Legion. You aggress onto site, and that castle downing and unable to finish off the Blackbeard. An unfortunate circumstance. It was the Blackbeard of Zanky that finished off the round with the 2K. So small things that that progress through the round seem to be making the biggest differences. The inability there to just finish off that castle off. You had no idea you downed him through the window, but close one, and the small event seemingly having the most effect.
Yeah, I don't think anyone realizes just how close that round actually was, even before the kill flurries came out. As the time was ticking away, the Thatcher was planting. The Thatcher got killed at most a second after he got that diffuser on the ground. It doesn't matter how many attackers are alive. If that diffuser gets stopped from going down and the time runs out, it's all over. So just a split second dividing them from taking that round. They made a valiant effort, them being the defense, to try and stop the push. The diffuser went down, and unfortunately that Blackbeard at that window, too strong, as they say, finishing it up. So 4v3, Grizzlies has done a great job. They started down 3-1, did a great job of bringing it back to a tie, but now Hat Academy is on the aggression again. We'll see Fjord bring the blitz this time instead of Crook. Something that I thought was awkward last time because, you know, I'd never seen Crook play the blitz. He'll bring the Ash instead, something he's probably more accustomed to. He'll bring a Thatcher, a Thermite, a Blitz, a Blackbeard, and an Ash, and a big pile of bodies here outside of Pillbox.
Thermite charge going out onto the A-bomb wall. Smoke grenade being baited out early here. And won't actually do any damage apart from the 5 from hitting him directly in the back as Fjord turned away. An EMP will disable. Second EMP going to disable any Legion mines planted at the door. And a second smoke grenade going to be baited out here just over a minute into the round. Fjord having to hold up. You can see all these red pings on your screen being lit up by these drones. It is the Jaeger of Alex able to rotate to half wall. Possibly a surprise here as he wasn't the one droned out, but a wonderful hip fire shot will down Angel. Unable to detonate that third smoke charge outside. He will get revived here by Puzzle though, and Platts coming on the flank in CCTV, able to shut down Crooked. Alex gets another one onto Zanky, and this flank still in the middle of progress as Rav will wide peek around the CC door. Going for the wall bang, lands one shot, but Platts will be able to back off. Fjord in a bad position here trying to deal with a Jaeger behind the half wall. Rav going back and forth. Platts able to win that engagement. Fjord takes another one with him. Levron gets Crusher down to Platts now, and it's all Fjord in a 1v3 as that blitz. And Platts able to hit the head. I think that was a 4K for him on the round. Fjord going for the ADS as the blitz as he sprints out of CCTV. Hot on his tail was Platts, and the hip fire headshot. That is more luck than skill, but the other 3 kills playing into his wheelhouse pretty well.
Platts, where has that been all game? Let me see the kill feed if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Platts, where have you been all game? Hello? I'm glad you finally woke up. That is the kind of play that you guys need, especially against the aggression that Hat Academy has been showing. You know, Hat played in CCS Season 1 and were deemed the nickname hyper-aggressive teenagers. All the youngsters here on Hat kind of keeping that name alive, keeping that acronym alive, even though that's not really what it stands for. It's actually Honor Among Thieves. But it's nice to be met with equal aggression. And that play from the Ella was spectacular on the flank, single-handedly eliminating 4 people from behind. Fantastic job. Keep it up.
If the shoe fits, man. If the shoe fits. Honor Among Thieves and their other name. It all balances. Yep. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to get called out. Okay, I was ripping on Devious and VG pretty hard.
Shout out to CZ who came up with that.
I was getting ripped pretty hard in chat for being quote biased against all of them. Apparently, I was biased one way. I was biased the other way. But nonetheless, heading downstairs now for the defense are Grizzly GG and. The defensive round there, it was all Platts putting the team on his back. It wasn't anything really wrong with the setup for Honor Among Thieves based on, you know, what we've seen so far. This AWOL take seems to be the predominantly favorite attack for the mirrorless border defense that they're running into, and this top floor hold, pretty standard. This, whether or not you have a mirror or not, this is what the setup should be topside while defending Vent Workshop.
Absolutely. Jaeger kind of solo doloing it here at half wall. Some teammates nearby, but not near enough to help him. Should a fast push come in? Ella playing in the offices. Legion playing nearby at the door entrance. Castled off. Castle now sneaking up the stairs. Only one defender left downstairs. Some pre-fire bullets going through the softwall into CCTV. Will not connect, but will alert somebody that it's not safe to enter that hallway unless they do their research first with the drones. Legion will take out another drone. Habana by herself, the CCTV, will get to work on this pillbox wall. Fjord, also the Blackbeard, playing outside the wall as it gets opened up. Although it's not a big deal because Blackbeard can just push right in the door. Plenty of time wasted by the defenders up there. 1 minute and 30 seconds gone. Still 10 people left alive and only a little bit of damage out on the Jaeger and the Blackbeard.
Now this will be Angel spraying in and potatoing exceptionally hard, and Crooked gonna snap on him, take him down. Crooked gets the lineup for the second. Can he get the third? Hits the concussion mine, brings up the pistol. Crooked with the 3K! That is all on the Castle of Angel, failing brutally. Alex will get another one through the wall, and now the pistol again trying to take down Alex in the trade for Crooked, going for his 4th in the round. Oh, Angel, you don't potato that, and this round goes an entirely different way. Honor Among Thieves up on a 4v2 now with a minute remaining in the round.
Wow, Crooked. Doing crooked things with that Twitch, his main operator. He's played the Blitz, no success. He played the Ash, no success. Now he's back on this Twitch. Alex will get another kill. Downstairs doing a great job on this round, trying to bring the numbers back, and the numbers back will happen as another kill comes out. Alex and Fjord. Or I'm sorry, Levron and Fjord versus Alex and is it Crusher?
Crusher.
Crusher 2v2, 27 seconds left. Thatcher, you're going to have to do something. Not sure where his teammate is. All the castle barricades are going to stop him in their tracks. finally managed to find a way into bathroom. With only 17 seconds now, the Buck will start opening up the walls. They know exactly where it is. An aggressive peek by Thatcher. Gets a couple of bullets down. Crusher will take down the Buck, and only Thatcher remains. He'll push in. 5 seconds left. He's got to find 2. He looks, he finds 1, but it runs out of time as Alex cleans him up. And defenders somehow, after that crazy crook play with the triple kill, find a way to win downstairs here on Border.
Who was that? Angel. If you're in Discord right now, I want you to calmly say Alex's name and thank him as if he's a deity. He just saved you.
What?
He just saved you. Alex pulling out the 3K on that round, and Crusher pulling the last 2 out. Or sorry, I think it might have actually been 4 for Alex and Crusher on 1. Nonetheless, the absolute potato coming out from Angel at the top of West Stairs. Crooked allowed to go on a run for 3, and then the reciprocation by Alex, the G, on the Jaeger to push us to match point in favor of Grizzly GG.
Yes, indeed. I just want to reiterate, picked up quite a few followers. We are 75 followers short of 5,000. Let's reach that milestone for the end of the day. If you're new here, drop that follow. If you want to learn more about us, CCS esports.com. Learn about our schedule, the league, what we're about, the prize pools, all that fun stuff is available on that website, as will the schedule for the normal season when we are ready to go live. These qualifiers will determine which teams will battle it out for the $5,000 championship series prize pool North America, or the $1,000 prize pool in our EU league, our first time in EU. Crooked with this Twitch yet again, finding a lot of success. However, his team not being able to capitalize on it, as now Grizzly, starting this game off 1-3, have brought it back and are now on match point.
Joining out the office, looks like Honor Among Thieves Academy wish to go for another office take, as it seemingly was the most successful attempt until they stalled out and losing that blitz on Crook. So this time around, no blitz on the board. Crook will be playing the Twitch once again, as he had that success last round with it. And this seems to be the option to push this to overtime if they cannot come up successful on this round. With Trip Ball and Office fully reinforced, Rav will have to breach that open. If Honor Among Thieves Academy are unable to find success in this round, win it and push it to overtime, they will go home. This is the loser's bracket. There is nothing left if you lose from here on out, and Alex going to start them off great. Zanky going to trade it back on a puzzle, though. And that's the Legion loss. It's a lot of utility overtime loss in that operator, but Alex will refill in, dropping an ADS into Archives.
Yes, the Glaz lost it well. When you pick a Glaz, you definitely have a plan for him. So some of the plan being thwarted. Thatcher will crawl up to this wall. Not sure why. Fountain is not being contested. Maybe he didn't want to make a bunch of noise. I would imagine. I really can't say why it is he's doing the crawl. He will begin to get the wall open, and the wall will get open. 2 defenders still stuck there. The hatch is actually closed right now. Not sure if one of them has an impact. Thatcher will lay holding an angle here. Rav, though, will get a kill. Alex will trade it right back. 3-3. Alex will run out and peek, but Levron will shut him down and still retain a little bit of health left to work with. Now a 3v2. Thatcher with just a smidgen of health and a minute left for these attackers to work with. They now have the wall open. Smoke grenades are going out and running low. Only one. Oh, no, that's a Thatcher. And, oh, Angel will get the kill. So 2v2, 51 seconds left. Another smoke will go out here pretty early on. Levron forced to back out. His low health. Only 1 tick of damage worth on that smoke. Oh, just missing the head. Angel almost sees as the Thatcher jumps in. I'm sorry, the Blackbeard. The Yokai drum will go around. Zanky, though, will get a kill, even though he's Yokai'd with that Blackbeard. Fantastic job by him. And now it is only the Echo with the laser beam that is the MP5K. Only a tiny bit of health left on Levron. If he hits another one of those goo traps, he will be all but finished. Blackbeard also low on health, but not peeking the obvious angle. Zanky, an easy kill. As the Echo crosses, it doesn't even look down that direction.
Overtime. Here we come. That was a very doable 1v2 there with the diffuser still lost out on the office balcony outside the archives door from the twitch of Crooked, who was picked off wonderfully by the smoke playing in behind metal half and never recovered. Diffuser just kind of sits there, and you have an Echo drone to deny plan even though they try to recover it. You got a guy 5 HP pushing you metal and 10 HP inside archives. Don't peek. Don't peek. Don't try and rotate like that. Play your lockers angle. You're good. You're good, man. You don't have to move. Overtime we go.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Overtime we go. Indeed, remember a couple of the new rules for those newcomers here that are used to Rainbow Six competitive. If you haven't been to CCS before or haven't played R6 TMs, you are not familiar with this. This overtime is a win by 2, and it will be unlimited. They will play and play and play until somebody ends up winning by 2. Before, everybody would play 5 attack, then switch to 5 defense, vice versa. In overtime, they will play 2 of each before. So 5-5, again, win by 2. A lot of work to be done. Grizzlies kind of throwing it on the match point there, but did a fantastic job of bringing it back after being at a 3-1 deficit early on in this map.
So, overtime, got to win by 2. Even if you win if you win one, then the other team wins the next, and then you come back and win the 3rd round. The game is not over as compared to ranked rules or the current ESL format. You must win by a difference of 2, etc. Or an example being 7-5, 8-6, 9-7, so forth.
Yeah, and I think 9-7 is the highest it's gotten so far. I'll have to look through the bracket. If you want to look for yourself, exclamation point bracket in the chat. Here we go. East balcony control. Blackbeard making his way over to ventilation, and a standard office's take will commence here again. The glass being brought out again. We'll have to see if perhaps he can survive long enough to be utilized once they get the office wall open. Platt's hanging out in this office's sandwich with the wall reinforced. We've seen a lot of people do a lot of damage from this spot with this very operator. A little bit of a prone right on the other side of the wall. He'll peek out because he hears it, not peeking too wide. A good job. Thatcher kind of protected here behind this desk, and he can kind of hip fire up should that Jaeger decide to venture too close. Something also seemingly, working the dome, and a C4 will come out. Pressure will take down the Thatcher behind the desk, and he is over. That's going close to this window as, can't even read the name there, Puzzle will take out another one. The Glass and the Thatcher now done. Finally, trading that Jaeger out. LeBron, he'll jump out, and he'll jump right onto the Claymore. A predictable Claymore, especially when there's that many people there on the east balcony. They have an IQ this time. Thermite and Blackbeard left. They're going to drone out the break room CCTV. Make sure that it's clear, and they will proceed. They only have a minute left now to work with. 4 full health defenders to deal with. Make that 2 attackers left. So 4v2 now. Crusher gets his 2nd of the round. Only 56 seconds left, Flynn.
Diffuser lost at the double doors inside of office. They haven't recovered it once again. A common theme for Honor Among Thieves thus far. 45 on the board. Rav going to try and breach around or move around to breach the A wall. Again, without the diffuser. And only 1 left on the board. Alex going to go for that immediate bandit trick. That is not going to happen. Still 1 frag grenade left on the board that could have been used in conjunction with that exothermic charge. And yet, a wasted opportunity there for Honor Among Thieves. Crooked is going to have to go for this diffuser and go around. There's no way they're getting through this smoke grenade. Rav have no way to push through this smoke grenade and the barbed wire combination, and Crooked trying to push up through hallway. Puzzle will get 1. Rav will trade it back out. 10 seconds on the board. Another peek coming hallway by Angel. The smoke with the SMG-11 in hand shuts down Rav, and we're 1 away from Grizzly moving on in the loser bracket.
So, Grizz able to win the quote-unquote easy site. Will now have to take it downstairs and try their luck to finish this off once and for all on debatably the harder to defend site here on Border. Platts will be bringing that Ella. No, we'll change to Kapkan. Had 1 very good round with that Ella. Perhaps not able to be as effective ever since. We'll bring out the Kapkan in anticipation that maybe they'll see another blitz, that the attackers not bringing it at all.
So, pretty even scoreboard across the line, even with a couple potato events on both sides of the board. Gotta be fair to everyone.
Oh, give him a break.
Both sides of the board tie. Nonetheless, Grizzly GG with the round advantage and possibly 3.5 minutes now away from advancing to who would be next? NYL in the losers bracket?
Let's do a refresh here so I can feed you that information. NYL was playing Tesla Miner GG. Let's see if there's been a winner. Yes, not yet labeled. Beats Tesla Miner. It says 5-1, but I'm assuming it means 6-1. And so not yet labeled will face the winner of this game. The winner of that game will go on to play VG for the spot in CCS Season 2. The only spot we have left this week, of course, on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, our final qualifier for NA. And then Saturday and Sunday, there will be a qualifier for EU. Still 4 more spots left after this weekend for EU. Only 1 more for NA as we have returning teams from Season 2 coming back. Zaki with the Blackbeard will go downstairs and kind of toy with the windows. He won't pop any holes in it. Try to expose himself. Might have to mess with this window here off the site. Fjord just shooting shots over defenders' heads through the wall. Not finding any success. Very, very close. Platts will fire right back at him. But no injuries going down so far. No damage being done. Zaki will get the headshot on the Capkin. That is unfortunate. Not sure what the angle was through that window there, it seems. And now the match point defenders are at a deficit with 2 minutes left to go.
Also playing inside of Archives with a hash to drop down. And he will as he sprays down. We'll go for the drop. Alex playing up on the server rack looking for the hash. And he's the closest man to playing on a roam right now. The 3 defenders stuck on site. And Alex most likely going to drop away as a frag grenade comes inching in through the hole on the small office wall. He'll drop down, evade to the safety of his ADS's placed on the server rack. Now hatches, the floor, everything being opened up, but Puzzle with shots up through the floor will take down Fjord. That's the buck. Leveling up man count now, midway through the round.
No easy floor opening now for the attackers. There's a minute and 30 left on the clock, ticks away. Still a lot of health left on the remaining players. Valk only one having a little bit of damage done to her. So the defense is actually in a much better spot now to wrap this map up and send Hat packing. Remember, the loser of this match will go home with nothing. The winner will move on. Blackbeard will play on this window where he might, I think he did get the original pick. Not sure if it was up above. Anyway, he'll toy with this window. The wall's reinforced, so he can't do much other than maybe cover a plant. Abana working a little hole. We'll see some feetsies shoot through the floor and take out Crush. What a great angle. You know, we can see the outline, so it's a lot easier for us to see, but for him to see those legs, did a fantastic job. 3 defenders now, 40 seconds left. All the attackers outside this window. It's a very dangerous hop in and try to plant, but I think he's going to run over, yep, right behind the nice little reinforcement. Blackbeard will push in 2 to watch the hole. No, he'll watch the door. Habana will drop the hatch. Zaki will come in and get shut down by the Blackbeard watching the door. Puzzle will get a kill of his own. 2v3 now. The diffuser goes down. He'll get another kill. It's a 2v2. And Blackbeard and IQ are the only ones left to try and defend this diffuser plant. Instead of trying to long arm it, he will push the window and challenge this Blackbeard. Shots will go back and forth. And Crooked will get the kill. A jump out by Angel. And Zaki will shut that down. Attackers will win it. Tie it back up. And we'll see at the very least 2 more rounds.
Now the role will swap. It will be Honor Among Thieves heading to the defense now for their 2 consecutive attempts at it. Oof, that is that was a close one there, coming down to the 1-1-1-1 trades all the way down to the end as the defense able to claw back and regain control of their objective. But on that vault out, stuck between a rock and a hard place, and the vault back in was Puzzle the Legion. He was able to get that kill onto Crooked, which was monumental. I didn't think he was even going to be able to secure that first frag, as he had looked down in anticipation of a Claymore, and I imagine with that timing advantage, Crooked would have been able to secure the kill first. But a great snap there by Puzzle and a great retake there. I think he got the 3K. Yeah, he got Thatcher, the IQ, and someone else that I was not paying attention to at that time. Nonetheless, they tie it up. Honor Among Thieves do on the trade out. Zanky playing that Blackbeard. It's the second time this game that Zanky on that Blackbeard has clutched out a diffuser plant inside ventilation.
Yeah, I give Blackbeard the MVP of that round. He did something a little bit dangerous and unnecessary. He actually hopped in the window to cover the door, where he could have easily covered it from the window. But it paid off. He stopped the rotation in immediately, and because of his efforts, was able to pick off the remaining operator to finish the round for the attackers. Good death for the defuse by the Thatcher as well.
Heading upstairs will be Honor Among Thieves. No real surprise there, but this time opting to not go for the Vigil. Interesting decision, as we saw Crooked using that Vigil almost every round of the defense. Their first time around. Alex, though, staying with the true-to-form Montaigne play. Crook this time going to opt for an ACOG on site instead of the Vigil roam with the impact holes through the floor. And it looks like, based on where Alex is going, and the way that we have seen these attack rounds play out over and over and over again, that we're going to see yet another massacre of this A-wall and push in to combat these 4 anchors that are typically stacked inside of Armory.
Yeah, so we see the Monty come out again, but look at what we're looking at. Monty isn't doing anything. He's not droning. He's not doing anything to progress the push of the attackers. He has to sit. He has to wait until he can do his job. He can't actively, throughout the entirety of the round, participate and add to the progression of these attackers. He will ADS, though, shut me down real quick and get the headshot on Fjord, shutting down that bandit and any bandit tricking that might take place. So I think the Thermite actually putting it up on a bandaged wall. Looked like he was getting shocked for a second, but I guess they finally got that taken care of. The Ella getting weak as well. So 5 the attackers now down to 3 defenders as Angel will headshot Rab. Alex moving in with the Montaigne. Another puzzle getting the kill there also. So only 2 defenders remaining. Make that 1. Make that 0. Zanky getting a trade at the very end, but not going to do much as the attackers storm the castle, take that pillbox. They didn't even have to plant the diffuser. They just killed everybody.
Another assault onto the A-wall, turning out successful in the absence of Mira, the constant ban out on border today. And honestly, Mira, seemingly a ban that has been common throughout the qualifiers all day today, all day yesterday. I gotta wonder if it's just prolonging matches longer than they need to go. We've seen a lot of overtimes and a lot of long 9-round, 10-round, into overtime round games because teams are having trouble adapting to that situation. I think the only convincing game we've seen out of both days so far without a Mira being allowed to be played is NYL's just thrashing 6-0 today on border.
Yeah. 6-1, I think, right? Or was it 6-0?
6-0.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good for them. But here we go. Round number 14 coming up of this game. Overtime round number 4. Match point again for Grizzly, starting out 3-1, bringing it to match point 5-4 prior OT starting. Then, of course, 6-5. And then, of course, Hat Academy tied it back up again. They will be on match point again now, attacking us upstairs one more time. Cricket with the Vigil against the radio window. Kind of exposed to any free fire that might be coming through there. Ash and company will be pushing towards the east stairs, as it looks like this time they might be going the other way into office. CCTV being cleared out now. East stairs being taken. And Vigil, I believe, getting spotted out. I don't think he had his ability active when that drone came by. He's nodding like the drone saw him, but he is not uprooting. He's kind of staying in place there. We'll have to wait and see if a jump out is in his future.
It's an incredibly spread out attack so far, and Crooked will actually secure the first kill, jumping out radio window and dropping the Ash of Puzzle at the top of East. And as I was saying, spread out attack. Oh my, Crooked might actually die here. Okay, now the Twitch drum will get destroyed. As he was one blast away of the Twitch drum from going down. Incredibly spread out attack now condenses upon itself outside of the A wall. I was going to say, like you mentioned, they're angling on the top of East like they wanted to go for an office take. They lose their Ash and Puzzle at the top of East, seeing that Crooked is over there. He gets reset to 50, actually, inside sight. And EMPs will come out. Fjord will attempt the bandit trick, but with Alex here as that Montaigne, it will prove difficult.
Yes, indeed. They got one in half wall. They got one in small office, so plenty of crossfire going on. Thermite will attempt to re-fire back into that office and at least eliminate one of the threats. I'm not sure if he already tried to put one of his charges up on the wall. If so, it would have definitely been lost by now. So now they're going to have to figure out something else as they rotate back over to East Stairs. Monty is still going to play with these defenders here. I hope he actually stays here and distracts them for longer. Smoke number 1 will get thrown out. And yes, they do rotate around, but Crooked will end the life of the Thermite. No way to get that wall open now. Pressure will trade it right back, but that is your breacher gone. And now only doorways left for the attackers to move through.
3v4 here for the attack, 50 seconds on the board, and they've opted to go for a full send to the Archives door. They have no other options, as you mentioned, the breach being gone. The SMG-11 of Rav going to be downing and finishing off Platts. The hipfire P9 not doing the damage it needs as the ADS's. Rav will take down Alex, and now it's all down to Angel in a 1v4. 30 seconds on the board. Diffuser in hand, can make a push onto site, but this is not looking great here for Angel and Grizzly GG descended home, as it looks like we'll be heading to a round number 15 in just a few short seconds here. The smoke grenade landing at the feet of Angel, backs away, goes prone to the same corner where his teammate had laid previously, and through the wall, Zanky with a wonderful pre-fire, sending us, as I said, to round number 15.
Yes, indeed. While you were finishing up the end of that cast there, I'm trying to see if this is the longest overtime. I've seen 3 6-8 wins. This will have to be at least a 9-7. And as I make my way, so there was one 9-7. That's the longest a game has gone so far in these 2 days of qualifiers. Console Plebs versus Tesla Miner GG Esports. Tesla Miner bringing it 9-7. So we could tie it here for the longest if one of these teams are able to win 2 consecutive. But if this trend continues back and forth, ladies and gentlemen, this is unlimited overtime. I know this will make Mr. Rob Walker happy. He wants to see 9 hours of overtime. Not so much us, though, huh?
I made a joke in the staff chat in CCS like 2 weeks ago that infinite overtime was a good idea. And because I said that, I would have to cast like a 6-hour match. I don't want to be proven right.
Yeah, I think if we get to 2020, we're going to go ahead and maybe pause it and resume tomorrow. Or pause it and resume next week. I think 2020 is probably where we'll call it, round number 40. But we still got a long way to go. This is round number 15 here in this infinite overtime. And we will keep playing, guys, until somebody wins by 2.
Bring out the Capitao now as Crooked has seen a flurry of role changes for him throughout the course of this game, starting the Blitz, then going Ash, then hopping over to Twitch, going, I believe, Habana one round, now over to Capitao. He's playing the whole deck of cards available to him, even with those bans being brought out in Ying and Lion. Levron positioning a Claymore at the top of East Stairs and taking out a well-hidden Valcam there, and Crusher actually losing more than 50 HP, down to about 48 now, as he tucks away back inside of Archives. Tough position to be in as the attack, seemingly indecisive on where they want to attack from. They had Levron pushing in for the East Stairs, and now he'll rotate back over, and it looks like they have assessed that the A-wall take will once again be the way to go.
Yes, indeed. So there will actually put a lot of people over there. The MP5K will end the life of Thatcher, the MP5 SD in this game. Patch will get one of his own. Only 3 remaining attackers now, Fjord, Rav, and Zan. And they will start opening up this wall. Finally, Fjord will take out one of the defenders. A little bit of team damage as somebody coming around the corner a little too fast will stare that Valk. Vlad's going to take his yokai just to keep an eye on the pillbox as they start to come in. Smoke being primed to be thrown out. Still a minute and a half left. waiting on the call from Platts that they are moving up. Do not forget they have a Glass. Glass can see through the smoke, even the enemies. So he's going to set up Blackbeard there too. The defenders, all they're going to have to do is not get too aggressive. Don't peek, right? You got a Blackbeard, you got a Glass. They're not going to push fast on you. They're going to hold an angle and let you try to come to them. But remember, you're the defense. And just when I say don't do it, one will poke his head out. He will throw a smoke out, get a little bit of damage off of Blackbeard. And now we're in a little bit of a stalemate here.
As you said, you have the man advantage, you have the utility on your side, you have time ticking down working against the attackers. Do not peek. But Angel escaping with a foolhardy decision there. And another one, Crusher. This will be actually Puzzle coming up the west stairs and taking down the Glass of Fjord. He will rotate back downstairs down to a 2v4 now. Zanky pressing up to Metal Detector. He's got Crusher in front of him at the side of the wall of Metal Detector. He's going to see the echo of Platts, but Platts will secure his third one as it was a downed Rav outside. Crusher will take down Zanky, and once again, we are on match point in the favor of Grizzly GG.
Match point indeed. And this will be the fourth time they've been on match point. They were at match point 5-4. 6-5 and 7-6, but Pat, not going away, has been able to retake the round and tie it up several times. I'm going to keep doing this until we hit 5,000 followers. We just got another 25, so only 54 followers shy of 5,000. That's 1%, folks.
We've almost hit the point where everyone in the game is at double-digit kills and deaths. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Let's see the scores again. I missed it looking at the chat.
Gotcha.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, what do you expect going now into round number 16? Might not need any more if this defense can hold firm.
Heading downstairs are the defenders of Grizzly GG, once again looking to lock this out. And twice in a row now, as the defensive site was Vent Workshop, it was the Blackbeard of Zanky who's been opted off. Now Crooked, like I said, playing a rainbow of operators today. We'll swap from the Capitao to the Blackbeard taking over Zanky's role. But it was Zanky on the Blackbeard DMR outside of vent window the first time, and inside main hallway of Blue, getting a double kill to secure both rounds with Diffuser down inside ventilation. So both the rounds coming down to the very end, and it was Zanky on that Blackbeard that was so crucial in closing it out. Oh, if you're a Crusher, you are upset about that.
Yeah, that's not fun. But they're going to have to make the best of it. Nothing they can do about it now. 20 seconds off the clock as the attackers make their way over towards East Stairs. Pillbox being droned out now. They will catch this blitz on his phone. Nope, he will pull off as I think he hears the drone kind of driving around outside the door. A lot of people out on these east stairs and the south balcony taking CCTV. And they will work their way to try and take this upstairs control. They got the sledge. Open up the ceiling and see if they can make something happen. But already a minute off the board and only CC control taken by these attackers.
Bad peek out there by Platts as he was actively bandit tricking the wall and got one set of Hibana charges. As he goes to try and take down the Thatcher inside CC, it will be the Sledge of Fjord who will remove him from play. And now a one-man advantage so far for Honor Among Thieves a minute deep into the round.
Yep, not what you want to do. You don't want to get that aggressive, especially with no help side. Zanky will take down one of his own, eliminating the Jaeger. Crusher half health because of a team mistake. The floor is not too difficult to hit their sledge. There he goes. Finally gets it open. 3v5. Minute and 30 left. And the attackers, if they play their cards right, should have a pretty easy cruise down to the bottom now that Crooked picked up one of his own. 2v5, still plenty of time left. The defense is going to have to get a little bit crazy if they want to make something happen and not go further, deeper into overtime and throw away their fourth match point.
Or they could see over-aggression, but Zanky's still going to make it work as it's all up to Puzzle now over in Customs doorway heading to main lobby. He's able to down Zanky, unable to finish him off, but I think Rav is getting Diffuser down. Indeed, he is inside right below the hatch, and they duck away. Puzzle and Rav just missing each other on the rotation. Puzzle lighting up the main doorway, trying to get a pre-fire to get something started. Zanky revived back to 50. He will hear a Legion mine go off in the bathroom hallway. That was Crooked pulling it out. And he'll break at the cam that was spotting him. Waiting in the main hallway is Zanky. He will be shut down by Puzzle. Traded out by Fjord with the SMG-11 on the sledge. And we have a guaranteed at least 18 rounds in this game.
Yes, indeed. Also, the longest overtime that's happened in both of these qualifiers so far, and you and I have the privilege to cast together.
Privilege is one word.
2 members just shy of the double digits at this point. Look at those stats. 11 assists, 16 kills by Puzzle.
God.
Tied up yet again into round 17 we go.
You want to spot a Legion main? You found him. Puzzle 11 dimes so far. My lord.
Yes, indeed. And Twitch. Well, not necessarily anymore now with the limited shocks that drone can give. Either way, we're getting started. The roles will swap yet again. It's been another 2 rounds. So Grizzly will do their attack. Hat will do their best to defend. And they're going downstairs first. Interesting choice.
Yeah, the downstairs defense hasn't been successful. I think it's actually only been successful once this entire game. I could be wrong on that. Someone, if you have a better memory at this point through 16 rounds than I do, please correct me. This has not been the optimal site to be defending regardless. The success rate, I know, is not very good if it is not 1 out of 16, or 1 out of however many times it's been played. I don't really know why Hat are opting to head downstairs first. It does not seem like the optimal play, like I said, and the AWOL take that Grizzly are bringing out every time works the same for the roam clear against the setup. The only thing I can say is the last time that Hat were successful topside, it was the 3v5 upstairs where they completely shut down the roam clear upstairs inside of Archives and Armory. They didn't even let them get down to the site.
Nope. Here we go with the Monty again. Something that we've been kind of disagreeing with. Worked, it's not worked. Been kind of one of those things. No bandit tricking going on this time around. Fjord, though, with that dock, will be poking here and there onto that shield, trying to challenge anybody that does. And through the soft wall, gets a little bit of damage down onto that thermite. The yokai drone's there to help him out as they get the pillbox wall open. He'll go in and scope things out, kind of like an unless he starts raising that shield up, which we've been seeing people do from time to time. Pushing a little bit further. He will raise that shield up. No help side from his teammates. And here comes the yokai drone forcing him to raise that shield. Doc will hold an angle on his teammate. Doc will get lit up and decide it's time to drop back down to sight. A minute and a half gone. Wasting time's a lot better than losing your life. He'll hold this aggressive angle, and Ash, not paying any attention, will get destroyed by the Doc hanging out here. He'll actually stay in this position and throw some bullets up at the shield to side. Now it's time to completely retreat. What a good play there by Doc.
And Fjord able to dock up as he had taken about half damage in the process. Now they still have 2 roamers to clear out here. This is Zanky and I believe Crooked in the Archives and Office area. The Montaigne going to be pushing through the fountain. I don't think he's aware that Crooked's right beside him at the radio desk. Here's something, able to hit him once with the hip fire. You've also got a Blackbeard, and that will be Platts, with the DMR taking him down. And as he drops, Zanky will be down by that DMR of Blackbeard. Fjord unable to go grab him as the hatch is open. There's no way to resecure him, but he might be able to get him with a stim pistol. It's exactly what he does, a perfect shot. Leveling up man count just barely as we head to 35 seconds left in the round. All defenders collapse back onto site.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, I lost my feed there for a second, but we're back. Blackbeard, 4v4, only 25 seconds left. There's about to be a flurry. Crusher will get one traded right back, 3v3. Lots of action incoming as the attackers are going to have to move. Some smoke start going out. 15 seconds now. They're going to have to do something. Smoke with a cheeky shot underneath the desk. He'll down the diffuser carrier. Fjord will get one of his own. It's a 1v3 in only 8 seconds. Blackbeard, not a lot he can do here. He's going to opt to just kind of hang out and maybe pad his stats. Unfortunately for him, he can't do much. And that will be it. Defenders will win round number 7. And is that GG? No. That ain't GG. Nice try, Sneaky. Hat, apparently, you know, these youngsters. Guys, we have a rule book, ccsesports.com. Get on that about page. You can read the rules. You got to win by 2. infinite overtime until you do. You tell him, Flynn. Infinite. So we will go
Getting
back.
sassy with me, boy. You think I'm not upset? 9-8.
They were trying to troll us. They were trying to troll us. Either way, here we go into round 18.
Don't remind me.
Could it be the last round? We'll have to wait and see. Pat, now with the first match point of the entire match, all the way into round 18, they've been at a disadvantage. Grizzly has been at match point 4 times. Hat bringing it back every time, back to a tie. Now the first opportunity for Hat to close this out and send Grizzlies home. And here they are on defense. They've got the preferable site upstairs. We're going to have to wait and see what they have in store. And how aggressive they decide to get, because we've known that that's been a problem for them, especially with Crooked on that vigil.
Crooked, like I said, nothing to go back to that vigil. The roam game seemingly where he fits in best. And the last time we had praise for them, it was Crooked and, if I remember correctly, Levron on the roam game. Levron now opting to go for an anchor role on the Echo, as he was playing the Legion beforehand. This time around, gonna stay on site with the Echo drone, as it's been very effective on disorienting that Montaigne the few times it's been brought out. Zanky can get droned out outside a break room door, not gonna spot or take any damage for it, and at least stalling out this attack towards CCTV, as that was the biggest thing. The CCTV push every time has not been slowed even remotely, because there's no mirror. You can't breach this wall, or rip open the wall to the right of Alex here with a mirror on the armory wall. There's nothing really stopping anyone from rushing into CCTV. You can probably put a vigil in there in behind circle monitors and pray that he does a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be the problem solver you need it to be, as the Yokai drone will miss twice on Alex. The Montaigne, he's backing out perfectly as they're trying to time this, and the third one will land. Disorient him, drop his shield for just a second. The Echo drone will escape to safety behind half wall.
Yeah, and unfortunately Alex lowered his shield, lost half of his health in doing so. A very smart move. You got to stay there and kind of keep him distracted, keep him off that wall, trying to bandit trick. Here comes Ella up the east stairs. Not sure if any attackers are over in the no attackers are in the office side. She does have control, but she could push here towards CCTV. She will pop a bullet through the walls and make her presence known. None of the little cheeky laying down punch holes. Looking back towards east stairs. Thatcher will throw a few shots through the soft wall into the small office. Get a little bit of damage down, but Crooked will take out Puzzle and get the first kill in preparation to take this game after 18 rounds. Smoke's
Very
now
good
coming out,
start
only a
here
minute left.
Sorry. Very good start here for Honor Among Thieves, trying to close this thing out in a 5v4 advantage. The smoke grenades coming out, and the hipfire by Alex, unable to land under the smoke. He's had pretty good luck with that so far. This time able to light up the chest of Fjord, dropping him to a 1 HP. He has the Echo drone within his sights, but Platts will finish off Crooked, bring it down to a 4v4. If Alex can finish off Fjord here, they'll be in a wonderful position to continue pressing onto site. The flashbang not gonna bang him. Platts able to take down Zanky. Alex drops forward, like I said. Now Rav trying to get too aggressive. He falls.
Oh, no!
Platts takes Levron, and that will be pushing us even deeper into overtime.
See, now I want it to go a long time. I know you're not super excited about it, but I want to see how deep can the rabbit hole get. The real answer is it can get real deep, but this is going to test something that Siege players are not used to. Right?
At this point, let's just go with it. Let's just commit. Yeah, like you said, how deep can we go?
How deep down the rabbit hole can we go? I want to keep bringing it up until we hit it. We are now only 40 followers away from 5,000. Help us get over that milestone. If you're new here, welcome. This is CCS to our league, CCS Esports Championship Series, Season 3. This will be our 3rd season in North America, our first in Europe. We're excited to be there. $5,000 North American prize pool, $1,000 European prize pool for this season. And so these two teams are now duking it out in the losers bracket semifinals, the winner of which will move on and have 2 more steps to complete before they can enter into the CCS Championship Series. Only one team will make it. One already has, this qualifier at least. And then the other team, the team who loses this match, will go home with nothing. We have one more qualifier for North America on Saturday. So help us out. Smack that follow button. Let's get over 5K this broadcast. If you don't follow, that's perfectly fine. We're just glad that you're here, and we hope you're having fun. This is the longest game of Siege I've ever seen. What about you guys out there? Let me know in chat. Here we go on round 19. At least 2 more rounds we'll be seeing here.
So, Honor Among Thieves, the Academy, looking like they want to, again, aggress towards this A-bomb wall. Something that we've seen 80% of the time while attacking top side, and even when attacking the downstairs objective, the A-wall seemingly being a massive point of contention no matter the objective, and a hard anchorage so far from these defenders. Not a lot of roaming happening, the flanking not being too effective. Plat's trying to get a little aggressive to the CC wall, and instead Zanky will get up nice and close and drop a Claymore to prevent any kind of run out onto Rav. Alex most likely going to be attempting this bandit trick, won't be able to get it, and he'll have to back out. That's a big mistake, as he wasn't able to trick it. A smoke grenade will get used in the process by Angel as well. So very early on, a lot of utility lost, and a lot of ground of the map lost as well, with that A-wall being breached open. Puzzle going to make an impact hole here to watch for the door push, but he's got to be more concerned with the wall that has now been opened up into sight.
Yeah, absolutely. At least he's off site. 4 defenders on site, 5 defenders, as Fjord gets a beautiful grenade kill on that smoke, who I think was hiding behind half wall. Not too sure. Fjord will get another kill now, and 2 are off the board already for the defense. Hat making a run. He'll shoot down through the floor. Zanky will get puzzled. It's a 2v5 now. Only half the time is gone. Platts will run out. He hears the diffuser going down. Oh, just Levron will take him down. Blackbeard.
The Nitro being tossed out on the soft wall of small office to rush in. Alex able to take down Zanky. Now a 1v3. He detonates the Nitro. Gets Crooked down to a 1v2 with Diffuser down. Still 30 seconds on the board for the Diffuser, and the Blackbeard Levron covering from the doorway, rotating over to the breach hole outside of the wall. Time ticking down. Alex has to make his push. He's low on HP. He breaks the shield of Levron. Drops him to about 10 HP. But it'll be Rav inside CCTV, taking down Alex the G on his run from the 1v4 comeback.
A commendable try by the defense after being at a 2v5 disadvantage. Couldn't quite make it. And now Hat, yet again, on match point. Look, the 10 doesn't even fit.
Oh my god. That's insanity. Have we hit double digits on everyone yet? No. We need Levron to get one more kill.
Come on,
and then
Levron.
we've hit double digits on everyone. Alright, so we've been going way too long here. Discord is angry at us, so we're going to go for a nice little restart of Discord while we wait for prep phase to commence. We'll be right back.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
There we go. I believe we're back now.
So, the players in chat asking if there is a limit to this. No. No, there is no limit to this. This is, we gonna be going for a while if it keeps up.
Yep. So Hat now on match point. Now is Grizzly's opportunity to bring it back, and you can see just how the stakes rise when you get this deep into it. You put so much work into it. There has to be one winner at some point. Will it be Hat in this next round? Will Grizzlies bring it back to add 2 more rounds to the total count? That is yet to be seen. Blackbeard with just stalling out for a little bit while he's typing into the game chat there, and then we'll make their push over towards CCTV. Looks like now that they are in attack again, they're deciding to push this wall here, the pillbox wall. Ugh, the pillbox. It's been a long game. The pillbox wall, like they've been doing so far. No shield this time. Instead of cap attack.
Honor Among Thieves also playing against this castle that Crusher has brought on the door, although Fjord gonna pop it right open again. Major Mind hitting at the feet of Zanky as he comes into break room and CCTV to join his counterparts in attacking this A wall. And again, we do have Platts on the Bandit, trying to go for the Bandit trick. And no Thatcher on the board, no Ash. I think there was an oversight here on the op lineup. I'm not really sure what Honor Among Thieves are planning to do about this Bandit.
I'm not sure. I mean, he's thrown out, shooting down through the floor. There's actually another defender right there
Or
next
just
to
do
him.
that.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
Yeah, he'll get a trade right back. So 4v4, Jaeger now able to rotate back out. There's actually 2 defenders right there. Angel now behind half wall. He got grenaded there last time, so an ADS will be planted for him as they move up. I'm not sure. Oh, the smoke grenade doing damage. Zanky will get the asphyxiating bolt kill onto Alex and almost kill Smoke. Smoke with just a smidge of health left.
Rushing in through the wall now as Rav is covering the smoke grenade, suffocating out Fjord. He'll have to back off even though he can see through the smoke. He can't live through standing in it. Puzzle will trade it out onto Zanky though, and Angel 0 HP +1, able to take down Fjord and give the man advantage now to Grizzly. Crusher going for a flank. Puzzle all the way up at metal. It's all up to Angel with limited HP on the board. Levron going to be pressing into the small office. He sees the head of Puzzle. Can't finish him off. The peek by the smoke fails as he breaks the shield, but can't get the kill. Down to a 2v2. Puzzle drops Rav. It's a 1v2 against Crusher and Puzzle for Levron at half HP. 1 shield in hand. An aggressive peek into locker sandwich. Almost losing the head is Puzzle. Almost suffering for it. The diffuser lost inside of sight. There is no choice for Levron here but to aggress inside and make a move. 25 seconds on the board, and Levron has all but committed himself to his fate. 20 seconds, time ticking down ever so swiftly. The great flick towards Crusher lands half HP, but Puzzle will be the one to finish him off. Overtime.
And here we go.
Match point. Removed again. That's round 20, guys. We're going deeper. Guaranteed 22 rounds.
We're going into round 21. And I love the response out of chat right now. Yeah, we're going into round 21, folks. Barely enough room up there for the numbers to fit. Not sure if Siege was meant to be pushed this far, but by God, we're doing it as we enter into round 21. Grizzly bringing it back. So now Grizzly having 4 opportunities to win, having 3 opportunities to win, I believe. Yes, 3. Is it 3 or 2?
Sorry. It's a lot. It's a lot. That's all I know. Also, Levron. You got to kill.
Yeah,
we got double digits everywhere.
Yeah, double digits everywhere on the kills now.
Need to locate and defuse
I mean, it's
bomb.
going to be a real bad day if you have a donut and we're 21 rounds in.
Oh my god.
But here we go. We're getting started. But anyway, I want to say both great job by both of these teams. But the higher we go, the higher the round count goes, I feel like the more brutal the loss is going to be after dragging it out for so long.
Oh, that's going to suck so much. Could you imagine anyone out there, any of you out there?
It's going to be terrible.
Could you imagine playing a 20+ round game of Siege for your life and losing?
Right, the loser goes home, folks. This is the loser's bracket. Whoever loses this game will be eliminated after all the work they put in today. Working through winner's bracket, working all the way up to the semifinals here in loser's bracket. And the loser today will be eliminated.
We're upset about it, and we're just casting. We don't get anything out of it. This is the opportunity to fight in CCS for $5,000 prize pool on the line in a 20-round game, guaranteed to go 22 rounds.
Gosh, this is going to be such a good season. Anyway, here we go. Drones coming in on the east stairs. They will spot the Vigil, who did not have his ability activated, unfortunately for him. Vigil getting spot out right away there on the east stairs. The Shield will let his teammates know, hey, should I go over here? Bouncing back and forth a little bit. Teammates seem not so happy to back him up as they all split up.
Having more connections issues with Discord, unfortunately, as we were pushing everything to the limits that we could ever possibly hope to do. And drones coming out at the top of East by Alex, the Montaigne. So looking for more of an office push here based on the positioning of these attackers. They're getting sick of the AWOL take, I imagine, as Crusher's positioned himself to go for the breach as he wants to hop in. No Fountain Mirror to deal with, as Mira being banned out. And like I said earlier, I feel like the banning of Mira is just
A contributing factor to the amount of rounds we've had to endure.
Yeah, this is it's bad, but 10-10, almost halfway through the round, no picks on the board is another point I've touched on a little while ago and a few matches back, which feels like days ago now, is when you're up against these clutch rounds, everyone wants to play a little more perfect, the aggression starts to disappear a little bit more, and every moment feels like it could be the end. So these rounds come down to the very wire, and as we can see here with 75 seconds remaining, no picks on the board still.
Yeah, barely getting control of office finally, but a minute and 40 seconds gone without any resistance. I'm not sure what they were waiting for. That's why I was saying when they were splitting up earlier, what are they doing? But they baited out 2 smokes, so that's good. Have somebody on flank watch on the east stairs. Rav and Puzzle will trade. Puzzle will run in to get the grenade killed down, and that is another one. And a third, the attacking team, now 4v2. Crook in this hallway on east stairs, trading bullets back and forth, but they will not bite and continue on. Vigil will run in, see the Monty there, side not to push forward as a wall bang will end the life of Crook, and the Monty will finally go down in a battle between Levron on the Echo and everybody else. We'll get on that yokai drone to see if they're planting. Does not see that they were indeed planting. Will shoot a dead body and then get his life ended by Buck. So now Grizzlies GG will have their 5th match point. Can they capitalize on it, or will we keep going? We'll have to wait and see.
See, now why doesn't it say that it's overtime match point? I'm scared. I am petrified as to why it doesn't say overtime match point.
We said it before. We'll say it again. The game was not meant to be pushed this far. It might be because of the weird text, expansion of the 11 to 10. At least we know it's win by 2. And since the game has never been pushed this far, we might be, in uncharted territories as far as what the game can handle. So you guys will find out when we find out.
Levron in chat saying, I now hate Border.
They will never pick Border again, which is actually a bonus because Border gets picked so often. Might actually see a little bit of a change up here.
I'm so on board with that after this game. Never Border again.
Yeah, we won't see Border next map. I guarantee you whoever wins this game will ban Border their first ban. They'd rather play Bank. We haven't seen Bank once. They'll play Bank to the next game if they have the opportunity.
Crooked opting to swap off the Vigil, the rum game going back to the dock, anchoring on site as they have their backs against the wall. This is do or die here for Honor Among Thieves Academy. I think we said that 4 or 5 times now, and it hasn't made a goddamn difference. It's gone into overtime every single time, just deeper and deeper.
I do want to touch on this, guys. We are at 4,997 followers. We need 3, and we will blaze past that 5,000 follower milestone. If you don't follow us, that's okay. We just hope you're having fun watching this.
No, it's not okay. Game. It's a 22-round game. You're going to follow us for it.
You got to follow us. We got a long season coming up. It's going to be fun. Unlimited overtime. There is absolutely no cap. There will be no cap for the overtime. We're going to give these teams the ability to prove that a cap on the... Because remember, if there was a cap, right, somebody would have only won by 1 by now. When we see that if we let them go further, they can push themselves. And one team is going to have to dig deep and pull out 2 consecutive rounds. And that is really a better way to determine who is the better team, at least on a particular map in a particular situation. So a minute off the board. Finally, the wall getting thatchered on Pillbox. A little bit more information being droned out before they make their final push. A C4 will go out and take the Montaigne out. The Blitz, or the Bandit, finally having enough of dealing with him, will chuck it over his head, behind him, and remove him from the game. Not a great start if you are Grizzly. Bandits will go down as he is actively tricking this wall. The thermite charge will go up. He'll start, and I'm not sure if the Bandit will make it in time. No, he won't. George not knowing what to do. A little bit of confusion there. Will make it out somehow. Got 75% of his health remains. 45 though. They got the wall open. About a minute and 20 seconds left. Flynn, what do you think?
Puzzle going to be coming up west stairs as you saw Platts before, holding the rotation. Puzzle able to get in underneath. Probably use one more of those breaching charges to displace some anchors, but time ticking down for these attackers to try and close this out. Smoke grenades being utilized by Rav now, and they also have the Echo drone of Levron to hold this out even longer. Flashbangs come whizzing in. Rav full blind from behind. Fjord as well in the locker sandwich, avoiding the last flashbang as wild sprays come out through the small office wall, not landing on their intended targets. Zanky now with a nice angle up against the wall, sees the backside of Crusher, the thermite, but Rav, we will take down Puzzles now at 3v5. Another one as Leveron will take down Platts. It's all up to Crusher now in a 1v5 to close this out. He's able to down a Rav, but he won't even get that kill as Zanky will take Crusher. We are going deeper, ladies and gentlemen. A guaranteed 24 rounds.
At least 24 rounds, and if it carries on like this, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more. We made a joke earlier. I made a joke, Flynn, a bad joke that I said if we got to 2020, we'd probably take a break.
We are approaching.
And now,
at full
it's
speed.
a very real possibility that's actually going to happen. Holy moly.
How long is this game? Can anyone go back and check the VOD and see when we
I want to
started
know
this?
how long the game is. Oh my gosh, we have 4,999 followers.
Somebody please. Somebody please save my life.
Yeah. So here we go. It's around 23. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Just taking a look at what happens or what's going on in the chat here.
Has anyone actually tested this before? Have we tested this before to make sure things don't
look,
screw
it says
up?
overtime match point now.
It said that last time too at 10:10. It didn't end.
Attackers
Oh
have discovered
wow.
the location of
So
the bomb.
an interesting little tidbit here. We'll have to take a look. I mean, the game, we haven't pushed it this far yet. Like I said, we haven't gone this far into overtime. I don't know if it's been tested.
10
These
seconds
settings,
remaining.
Zanky. No, sir. That's the game. It's the game itself.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything else is operating as intended. Nobody has won with being up only one round. These settings are Flynn.
Attackers are moving to defuse.
Leave me
It's
alone.
whatever the game, you know, we put the settings in. The settings, I've checked them, are the approved settings. Whatever the game tends to do this deep in, we're just going to have to kind of roll with it, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're not. Actually, I do have a playlist for a rehost if we want to go to it for overtime. We'll wait. Not saying another word. 5v5 now as they progress onto site, and it looks like Honor Among Thieves are going to be opting to go for a straight ventilation push. Last time they ran for this, it did not end well. But this time seemingly more prepared. The Capital coming out, but Angel going to shut this down quickly as Leveron will be the one to fall first. Nitro being sent out, going to miss just short as Fjord now completely lit, going to go to 10 HP. Either go to the roof for a reset, sorry. As they've already lost their Blackbeard. Looking through the floor, Puzzle able to look down through those holes and drop Zanky. Now a 5v3 advantage for Team Grizzly. Able to bring one back now as he detonates the concussion mine, but Platts killed off by Crooked. And now Fjord, interesting that they haven't gone for a reset on him just yet. Has a minute 40 left in the round. He will trigger an Ela concussion mine, and I imagine there's still one more roamer topside ready to deal with him.
Yeah, problem is he's low enough where a Legion might be a real big factor for him. Jaeger also holding this aggressive angle at the top of the hatch. One bullet on that Monty, and it will all be over. He'll decide to rotate away as Monty thankfully doesn't lower his shield. So try to shoot some bullets up through the floor, missing them all. Carrying Monty nonetheless.
Crooked holding this rotation. He walks away at just the wrong time as Puzzle was coming up east. He makes it to the top of east successfully, and Crooked unaware, but he's got two pushing him out of the main hallway below west stairs. He's going to walk over into the middle of the hallway where Puzzle awaits him. Rav will trade it back onto Angel, but now they have to worry about this office pressure from Puzzle, and Rav just doming Fjord, the Montaigne, for no reason, and missing the shot onto Puzzle. That'll end this round, and yeah, it doesn't sound like the game ended, so I guess we continue on. 12-11.
Moss is
we're
gonna
still
fill up my
going.
hard drive. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, Moss could be an issue too when we get this deep in the future. We'll probably have to maybe decide to kind of back off and re-go at maybe round 20.
That is so
Our first
unfortunate.
venture.
It's going to be massive. No one's going to be able to upload it anywhere.
Yeah, this is we're traveling into uncharted territory here. So we're learning as we go along. Match point number 6. The 6th time Grizzly has had match point. Is
Has
6
it been
gonna be the
Grizzly
lucky
every
number?
time?
Attackers need to
There's
locate-
no way Hat hasn't had the ability to close this out once.
No. So they have. They have.
Seriously.
Remember,
Oh my.
so the first match point, they were
Yeah.
at 5-4. 5-4, then
true.
6-5, then
Okay.
7-6. Every time, Pat has had it 3 times for a total of 9 match points. Every single time, their opponent able to bring it back.
So, again, no Thatcher on the board for Honor Among Thieves. They were able to just send a man in to trade out for the Bandit. And oh my lord, there's no Bandit on the board for Team Grizzly.
Yeah, they must
The
have
biggest
something in mind.
linchpin in every single AWOL attack so far has been the Bandit trick on the AWOL. And there's nothing being brought out. I guess they consider it futile at this point. This could be the death of them having the ability to close this out.
I don't know. I think they might have a plan. They might start going below. Having a little bit of a feed issue here, so I can't see if any defenders have gone down below. But they'd have to have something in mind. But it could be mental wear and tear. I mean, this is round 24 we're in right now. And small mistakes start really adding up as the mental, you know, is just not there anymore. You've been playing and playing and playing. Again, I'm not sure exactly how long this game has been going. I'm very curious to know.
Long.
As the wall in Pillbox gets opened up, there's still 2 minutes left on the clock for the attackers to work with.
Attackers have located a bomb.
The Ella of Plaid's taking some pot shots out towards the breach wall. Like we talked about, no Bandit on the board, but the asphyxiating bolt will push Alex out of his position, and Fjord with a wonderful shot as he tries to retreat to safety at the locker sandwich. More drones coming in from Levron, going to spot out Platts as barbed wire getting destroyed. Zanky looking up in skyward, trying to find an echo drone that is non-existent, and Platts will trade out Rav as he moves over to the half wall in behind that ADS. Levron has another asphyxiating bolt. He's going to land it straight on Platts, but the shots from Zanky will be the one to shut it down. Now a 3v4 for the defense. They're still trying to lock this out midway through the round. The Blackbeard of Zanky getting increasingly closer to this breach hole, and Zanky almost seeing the head of Angel inside a small office, unable to land the shots. The flashbangs go flurrying in through the breach hole of the A wall, and they'll back off and regroup for one last push in towards the side as the smoke canisters go out. The frag grenade landing right beside the castle of Crusher. Zanky able to push in, and the Shroud of Smoke hops over into behind half wall. The impact grenade just missing him. Fjord rushing in and gonna try and drop the plant down. He will get taken down by Crusher, but Levron will trade it back out. And now it's up to Angel as he's alone now in a 1v3 to try and close this out. 47 seconds on the board. The Blackbeard peeking him. Zanky drops him. We are going deeper.
And here we go, this roller coaster ride. Not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. We will go forever until somebody wins by 2. What is happening right now? Round 25 coming up. Round 26 guaranteed. That is 6 times, ladies and gentlemen, 6 times. Grizzlies has been 1 round away from closing this match out. That is 6 times Hat has been able to bring it back.
Yeah, Discord is full on dying on us right now. But we are.
Oh, is Discord taking a dump again? Let's restart one more time and bring it back.
Okay, we'll go for a restart real quick of Discord as we watch everyone get ready and prep. Alright, back on the call. Screen share is operating as intended now. And we should be back underway at a 12-12 scoreline with Honor Among Thieves opting to defend downstairs.
Yes, indeed. And now, another Discord restart for the casters, and we're right back in it. A run out by Zanky will result in, oh my goodness, the Capital getting knocked off the board. Very unfortunate. Not what you want to see. That Capital be doing a fantastic job of driving people out from behind the half wall. They actually brought a Monty and Capital both, whereas Hat ended up exchanging the Montaigne for Capital. That's been very effective for them. We'll have to see if both of them together are going to work out as well. Thatcher and Thermite together. Also, as they take this east side, they'll see somebody laying over by radio window. Give him plenty of time to rotate out as Ash will push this main hall with the Monty. They do see him behind the desk in office. Ash will try to do some peek work behind the Monty. This is a dangerous situation that will push somebody over to the window. He'll open soft wall as a distraction, run over, probably hit that window now. And Zanky somehow getting another one, being brought low. He will get some damage onto the Thermite as well. Finally gets traded out. Minute and a half gone. Castle deciding to hop back through after getting some bullets on him. Lucky to escape. Now Bontang will progress a little bit further onto the rotation. Bullets going through the soft wall, not going to affect anybody. This Jaeger kind of hanging out downstairs, waiting for a call from his teammates. They're going to need some help stopping the plant. Vigil working the back of this archive site.
So now the Vigil of Crooked also completely undroned so far for the attack, as the defense have the man advantage with 60 seconds ticking down on the clock, taking away the chances of victory 1 second at a time for these attackers, as two attackers significantly low on health. The Monty, unaware of Crooked from behind, he'll down him with the SMG-12, goes for the re-peek into a castle barricade, but nonetheless, they've doubled their man advantage now. 45 seconds left on the board. Diffuser in hand of Angel, thankfully, as he's bringing the AR-33 to the engagements, making a swap mid-game. Crooked gonna go for the vault all the way out. AC gonna go for the run all the way back to site. Nobody on Honor Among Thieves trying to take the risk of throwing this round away. They have the perfect lead they need. They have stalled out this attack beautifully, and they've made it back to site safely to close down the last 21 seconds of this round and take the match point advantage for the 4th, 5th, somethingth time, with 15 seconds ticking down.
This will be the 4th time for Hat, as another attacker gets eliminated. Thermite, with no choice, will drop down. Fjord will finish him off, and Hat, their 4th match point of this game so far.
Honor Among Thieves able to win the Vent Workshop defense, and now, am I right? They have to go upstairs with the defense now. Are we good? Are we good?
So what I think is happening, yeah, they are going upstairs. What I think is happening is, even though they're switching off every 2, the game is remembering the last site that they were able to successfully defend, if on the round before they switched, they were able to successfully defend it. So if they lost on defense the round before they were forced to switch, no defensive sites will be locked if they come back to defense again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, because I don't think anyone has tried to abuse casters, players, or anyone willing to go this deep in a custom game before. I think we're in unventured territory at this point, and I wouldn't be at all surprised that things are absolutely breaking in front of us.
Absolutely. Round 26. It is actually rightly saying overtime match point, as Hat, yet again, will attempt to close this game out. They will be on defense. They will be able to defend the upstairs. We again see that Monty Capital hasn't really been paying off for them. I hope they have a plan and they're just not running out of ideas, which really isn't a long shot at this point, that's actually what's happening. There's only so many ways you can kind of bamboozle your opponents. Here we go into round 26, unprecedented in the Rainbow Six Siege community. This is what we have to look forward to with unlimited overtime. The teams getting the opportunity to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, without the limitation of rounds stopping them prematurely, they are indeed the team that deserves to be the victor. They will be forced to earn it. And here we go. 30 seconds now off the clock. Just hanging out downstairs. Get a little cheeky angle. Somebody tries to mess with the front door. We'll drone out CCTV, and the push begins onto the pillbox of archives and locker.
That nitro fake this time, as it was Fjord able to nitro away Alex the first time around. He's keep baiting this nitro, trying to get him to unshield and back away. Also, the Echo drone, time with the push, could work out beautifully. It'll disorient him as he unshields, but able to reshield in time as both the smoke and the bandit of Rav and Fjord will re-peek him, but enough of a distraction there from Alex to facilitate the opening of the A-bomb wall by Crusher. He's able to back out. Angel hoarding for the rotations, and any kind of flanks in behind. Plat's able to use the asphyxiating bolts to try and displace anyone out from behind half wall. No one playing there anymore, as it was Zanky who backed out. He'll go and retake his position, brushing up against the asphyxiating bolts, remaining fuse time, and he'll back all the way back out to Archives as half the round has ticked by.
Yes, indeed. And now the attackers will start throwing out some of their utility. Try and back these defenders up. Monty will come in. Word coming back from the Echo on that Yokai drone. A couple of C4s in hand as the attackers make their push. Only the Monty pushing in. Thermite having a hard time driving somebody out of the small asphyxiating bolt right on the A-bomb. Won't do much. Fjord will get killed number 1 as that bandit. A bunch of operators here flash, but the attacking team not utilizing the opportunity, and Puzzle will get a triple kill. 3v2 now. Unbelievable. Crooked will take down Angel, but Puzzle pushed all the way in with Ash. He'll get a 4th, and that will be 3v1. 43 seconds left, and Zanky miles away from sight.
Attackers are activating the diffuser.
The rush back from Zanky as he has an insurmountable task in front of him to try and close this thing out, lest we go even deeper into overtime. Pre-fires coming out to the CC wall as all 3 attackers seemingly aware of this rotation, but Zanky takes one, sprays down the dead body just for good measure. He's the one rotating at metal detectors. And that is Puzzle getting the ace. I have to mail Puzzle a cookie, actually. I said
yes,
at the beginning of the game that anyone who got an ace, I would personally mail a cookie. And you got a cookie, Puzzle. You got a cookie.
Puzzle saying, this ain't over yet, baby. Let's take it to round 27. Tied up again. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We will see 28 rounds at minimum. 4 opportunities to win the game by Hat. 6 opportunities to win the game by Grizzly. And yet this game will continue for at least 2 more rounds.
26 rounds completed. We're going even deeper. A guaranteed 28-round game. As I'd like to just point out, we are approaching 1,000 concurrent views right now for this nonsense. Thank you, everyone, for watching this and suffering along with us.
This is the future. Ubisoft has spoken, ladies and gentlemen. Unlimited overtime. We will keep going. We will keep going until we are blue in the face, which I'm getting darn close to. Round 27 incoming. They being the defense, set up top. Armory. Arca.
Well, Armory and Archives, is there even any point in calling Archives part of this site? It's just been the A take. The A take. Everyone running into the A wall over and over and over and over again. And looks like
who's
we're going to
gonna
see more of
learn?
the same.
Who's going to switch it up, especially when it's match point time? Who's going to make that crucial decision to say, listen, we're 26 rounds in, okay? They have seen the same attack at least 6 times, right? Okay? So, at least 6 times. And so maybe after all of this time, and again, I have no idea how long we've been playing this game, but I bet it's close to an hour, right?
An hour?
26 times.
Dude, try like 2.5 or 3, man. It's been a while.
The single map, really.
Yeah?
I don't know if it's been that long, but it's definitely been a long time. All this work put in. Who is going to make the decision? Who's going to take the risk to try something a little bit out of what they've been doing before, a little bit different, in order to seal the deal and finish this game off? Crusher will get kill number 1 on the Twitch.
Puzzle gonna follow it up with another one onto Levron, and now it's just the attackers pressing onto the A wall, unable to breach open as the first thermite charge gets bandit tricked on the armory wall, and they have a flank coming through. Zanky getting lit up from behind, but he's able to shut down Platts on that rotation through CCTV. Diffuser control still in hand, and they're waiting on Puzzle, the last man, to flank around. To come through. That's actually Crusher over in offices. The Thatcher of Fjord now peeking in as the half the round timer ellipses. Just sees the head of the smoke of Angel, but Angel with the SMG-11 able to peek around. murder Fjord viciously. And now Zanky on low HP at 25, trying to push the hallway solo. Rav with the diffuser trying to come in behind. You got one in Fountain now. That's the Crusher who gets domed by Rav, peeking from the main hallway. He'll join Zanky now, so he'll be the one to rush in with the diffuser. A Legion Mine will slow up Zanky and separate the two a little bit further. Heading to radio now, and breaching into the site is this office push we've been asking for so many rounds in a row. Archives wall gets opened up, but they do have one in the back to worry about. Zanky gets dropped to about 2 HP now through the wall, I believe. The soft wall from behind half wall.
Yes, indeed. And now they must complete their push. They do have a little bit of time. Maybe if they have a drone left or something, in which they do, and they'll gather a little bit of intel. They'll see one small office, now two. Know that that's the direction Blackbeard should be pointing. Only a smidge of health and a shield in front of his face might not be enough to stop him. Smoke number one goes out. Still one left in hand. He'll see the plant going down. He'll kill him, but the plant will go down. Zanky will trade, but Puzzle. That spelling. Puzzle will come down from the other end of that hallway, finish it off. And match point number 7 for Grizzlies GG.
Oh, here we go. Again, another opportunity to close it out. Grizzly GG trying to put this to an end. We have now eclipsed the 1,000 viewer mark. So like I said, thank you everyone for coming to suffer with us through this. 30 kills.
They're having fun.
30 kills for Puzzle.
Players,
14
we're
dimes.
suffering. They're having a great old time. The rest of the losers bracket is held up because of this game. But here we go into round 28. This is what did I say? The 7th or the 8th? Dude, I lost count. I think it's 7. 7th time.
I think you said 7, yeah.
Yeah, 7th time Grizzlies GG has had the opportunity to close it out. I didn't get a chance to look. I think they're back on defense now, but if I see that Montaigne Capital combination, kick myself. No, they will go back to defense. No, Bandit again, but that's okay. They're downstairs. Difficult to hold the upstairs on that pillbox attack that is inevitably going to come. Actually, I'll tell you what, no Thatcher, no Thermite. A Sledge, Ash, Habana, Twitch, and Blackbeard instead. What do you think about that?
Oh, I love it. I love the alterations. I think Crook going back to the Twitch is what we saw most successful back before any of this overtime started. Crook was having a lot of success with the Twitch. Sorry, yeah, buddy.
Look at those scores.
Yeah.
30 kills, leading the charge. Puzzle on Grizzlies. Zanky not too far behind with 28 kills. 13 kills, ladies and gentlemen, is the lowest on this leaderboard right now. Oh my goodness. Round 28 now underway. Seconds off the clock. A couple of people playing upstairs in the armory lockers. CCTV being droned out. Ash running down near customs inspections just to see if he can catch anybody, maybe on a camera or something like that. Door will get open. Some shots will get sent into the small office upstairs, letting the defenders know that they are attempting to approach Pillbox.
So a little bit of a customs roam now neglected here by Crusher. He will rotate up to the west stairs, but starting things off for Hat, not wanting to go down in this game, working so hard and tirelessly through all of these rounds along with us. Fjord will start things off, bringing down Alex, another top performer for Grizzly GG. You still have this duo roam that we've seen multiple times now in the Ella and the Legion for Puzzle and Platts. Platts playing in underneath the desk, but Levron going to catch him on the rotation. Touching the backside a couple times is Levron by Platts. He'll duck again inside the desk. I do not know if Fjord is going to recognize that he's here. Zanky coming in behind, spraying, and he will get him with the headshot to the wall. And a 2v5 here. It is Crusher and Angel against the world to end this, or we will continue on to a guaranteed 30-round game.
God, when I said 2020, it was a joke. Please don't punish me like this. But here we go, continue. A minute, 20 seconds left. Only the smoke and the castle remain. If this were Oregon basement, it'd be a different story, but it's not. The ceiling getting opened up. Levron getting the headshot on that castle. Smoke a world to conquer. He will get one before, but that's all he can muster as the rest of the attackers storm the site. Fjord with that SMG-11. Finish it off. And Levron not hesitating to show his emotion. You still alive over there, buddy?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just shaking my head. That's, yeah, we're heading to a guaranteed 30 rounds.
30 rounds.
I actually want to point out what's being said here in chat by the players. This is not the finals. This is not the semis. There is another best of 1 after this, and then a best of 3. We are nowhere near done tonight.
No. And I will point out that over qualifier 1 and 2, we've had a large sample size of games, maybe in the neighborhood of about 50 games that were played. The longest overtime we've seen so far was a 9-7.
That was so long
ago. that was earlier today, as a matter of fact. This is by far the longest, and I salute the gumption of these two teams. Neither one giving up. They're really putting their heart and soul into it. And honestly, the longer we go, the more soul-crushing it will be to actually lose this game.
So, back upstairs we go. Honor Among Thieves. Ready to go for another round of Armory Lockers and Archives defense, which is essentially just defending the A-wall assault. Fjord gonna bring out the Bandit once again, so, old habits coming back, as, I guess they tried to not bring the Bandit. They tried to not bring the Bandit trick. They thought it was futile. It wasn't getting the job done. But then they run into the issues of the wall getting open too quickly, and the ability for Puzzle on that Ash to run in and ace everyone after that was an issue. So bringing back the Bandit to try and stall a little bit more time here, because at this point, you just want to win by any metric. It does not matter if you ace everyone, it does not matter if you kill anyone. As long as the round ends and you get the W for it, who cares at this point?
That's how the attitude should be every time you go into a competitive match. I don't think we should, hammer it into their brains. I don't think that's necessary. But Crooked set up here in Fountain. Upstairs defense now for Hat. We have a tie ball game. No winner this round. Whoever wins this round will be on match point. Have the opportunity to win next round. Blackbeard firmly planted on this ventilation. Take a little bit of damage, probably from dropping from the roof. Ash right up against this wall. I'm not sure if there's somebody in Fountain. Oh, there is indeed, right up against the wall. Monty will let him know. He's a little bit stuck now. See if he can manage to do any damage in the gunfights. A couple of stun grenades will go out. Smoke grenades, actually, giving him the opportunity to rotate if he wants to. He'll shoot down on Monty, doing a little bit of damage. Now he's blind as a bat. Ash will push and get him, but from behind, Rav will shut Puzzle down. Smoke losing the majority of his health. A lot of damage being put on the attack as well. Minute and a half left to go here. 4v4. See if any progress can be made. The Ash being taken down on the attack so far.
Breach going to be coming out on the Archives wall right under the back of Rav. I don't know if he's going to hear it with those flashbangs going out. He'll hear it now at his backside, rattling him, and Alex on that Monty still tucked inside of Fountain. He's laying down a smoke for a cover to make sure there's no one else to help Rav. He's down to about 20 HP. He's going to have to fight out of a box by himself. It'll be Platts taking him down. With the SR-25, a rotation almost cut off as Fjord tries to rip down the door at Metal. Angel still waiting for this rotation by Zanky. The Ella trying to come from Office. Fjord going for a flank down below is just Levron on site now. And they're looking actively for that Echo drone. Angel will shut down the rotation by Zanky through the break hallway. Platts removes the head of Levron, and it is all Fjord now alone, waiting for the plant. It will go down in Archives away from him. He sees the head of one, sees the head as he backs away from the second. It was the Blackbeard of Platts, 20 HP. And he can't take that engagement. The one will drop on him. Platts getting too aggressive, and Fjord able to bring this back reasonably, but you have a 75 or 50 HP Montaigne to deal with and a full HP Thatcher covering. This does not look possible for Fjord.
No fault over. No, he can't. And he will get taken out. And now, number 8. Grizzly will go into match point for the 8th time in this very single game. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the finals. This is not the semifinals. This is the game before both of those. For the winner, still 2 more games to be played, potentially. If they're able to make it through the next round. And the viewers just beginning to add up. It's kind of like a train wreck at this point. You can't look away.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to describe it, man.
Yeah.
No, round 30. 30, not 20.
Oh, my apologies. My apologies. This is round 20 of overtime.
Yeah, it's not round 20 at all. It's round 20 of OT. We've been doing this for a minute, okay?
But can my prediction come true, ladies and gentlemen? Can we see 20-20? Grizzlies makes their 8th attempt on match
hurt
point.
myself if it goes 40 rounds.
By the way, there's a donation button.
Yeah, by the way, we don't get paid for this. We're doing this for fun, man.
I haven't eaten today, guys.
Me neither.
Anyway. No castle being brought out. Actually, there is a castle, but they'll reinforce the entirety that bathroom wall. I think instead, I guess, to bring the castles upstairs.
I'm sorry. I was reading chat for a second.
Flynn slowly, his sanity slipping away ever so slowly.
Okay, Yellow makes a good point. Imagine losing this. Imagine losing this.
We've been talking about it the whole time, and the deeper it goes, the longer it takes. I think the more soul-crushing a loss would be. So here on attack, finally ditching the Monty Happy Towel. Actually, I do believe that they did it last time as well. Grizzly will attack this office side. They've got full control of east stairs. The door up top is castled off. Didn't have any problem going through office trying to get the wall open. A jump over by Zanky will not be expected. He'll get the bullets down. Meanwhile, somebody getting hit down below. Castle will get reset. Ella will be removed from play by this Monty. So now the attackers in a position, little small advantage to maybe finally close this game out. I'm not going to hold my breath, though. What do you think?
They're pushing onto site now, or sorry, pushing above site, going to be breaching the archives wall once again. Alex with that diffuser as the Monte going to be pushing in, and Angel going to take down Levron. Crooked going to trade at least one back. That's the Platts Buck off the board. He's going to break the custom hatch and rotate downstairs as he's leaving Fjord alone, the Jaeger topside, to try and hold this 4-man assault descending upon him. Fjord will back out as well midway through the round, and it looks like we finally have some breathing room for someone to put this away.
Well, it's a 4v3 right now. Minute and a half the round left to go. A lot of people getting around the hatch. Best strategy, I think, unless you're really down to crunch time. There's so much time to work with. Like to see a little bit more roam clearing done, but Rav will shoot up through the floor and eliminate one more before getting traded back. Monty, that's a double kill for this round. A 3v2, my heart is pounding. Can it possibly be? Is there a chance that this game can finally be over? Vigil will come out and make sure that it's not going to be easy if the attackers want to do it. Only Monty and Thatcher remain. Vigil and the Jaeger running around near the site. Trying to catch these attackers off guard. 45 minutes left. Monty spotting out the Jaeger. Called to his teammate. And Vigil will shut down Angel. And now the hopes and dreams of Grizzly nearly dashes. Only the Monty survives, taking damage from 2 angles. Pokeballs being thrown in all directions. Will ADS get a couple of bullets down range, but not hit anything? Vigil still at full health. They'll retire back to site. No, the Vigil will get stuck in this corner. Might be bad, but no, Crooked will finish it, ladies and gentlemen. Flynn just fainted in his chair because we are tied up once again.
They had it. They had it. They had the 5v3. They had the 5v3. Whatever. We continue on again. A roam clear of the top floor that it is 2 men doing the work, and it was actually the wonderful decision of Fjord to not take that engagement as an onslaught of 4 attackers came descending upon him through archives, and instead Fjord elects to drop down the small office hatch downstairs, come back up and, stay in customs and wait for the dissension of the attackers. And a wonderful job by both Crooked and Fjord that round to shut this out and keep this going. 30 rounds deep, why not have 32?
Yeah, 32 rounds guaranteed in this game, at the very least. 8 times Grizzly has had match point. 4 times Pat has had match point. I'm not even sure how accurate those numbers are anymore, ladies and gentlemen, because this is round 31 we are going into right now. Neither team deciding they want to back down. Both of these teams want it and are putting everything they can into it. And look at these point values. 31 kills on one side, 29 in the top frag on the other side. 15 kills is the lowest kill count in this match.
That's insanity. And heading upstairs, the defense are Grizzly and Alex taking a little bit of team damage there, unfortunately. Losing a little over 25, I think it's about 30 HP. So a bad start for the defense already, as every little mistake made so detrimental, and it feels so large. It feels even larger than it probably is. You know, 30 HP on a Jaeger.
Oh, yeah.
As he goes for the aggressive peek at the hallway, as Crook opened up the window and saw him. Alex dipped as fast as possible back into sight, and he'll go up onto the supply desk. But every single mistake now, no matter how small it is, feels like it's the end of the world, and you have to keep that in mind. You have to keep a level head, and the ability to stay confident right now in this situation will
Oh, yeah.
it'll at least give you an upper hand, because I mean, it's going back and forth. There's no real anyone winning this at this point.
The pressure's been mounting and mounting. Zanky will get kill number 1 and kill number 2 with the Blackbeard, pushing into offices, saying that's enough running. It's time to act. Still 2 minutes left. Arthur will get a double kill of his own, bringing it to a 3v3 from up top with the Jaeger. Throwing ADS down just to protect himself a little bit longer if he can. Blackbeard will watch that angle not to get peeked on again as grenade number 1 comes through. ADS will probably scoop that up. No, it'll actually go off, bringing Jaeger down to just a smidge of health. Not sure what happened there. Might have detonated too high in the air for the ADS to get it. He'll actually drop and rotate around. Safe play. Not enough time, though, probably, to get a reset. So a 3v3, weak Blackbeard, weak Jaeger. Other 2 characters on each team are full health. And a minute and 27 seconds. And oh, we got a little bit of downtime. Yeah, when you were talking about that, heck, my heart was fluttering in my chest when Grizzlies got a little bit of a lead on match point, and I thought this game could finally be coming to an end. And it wasn't excitement to see the game end. It was excitement to see somebody actually end up being the victor of such a hard-fought game.
Absolutely. Alex, like you said, down to about 10 HP. Ping is coming out on, I guess, the default cam in the hallway with an angle. The Jaeger of Alex trying to get an angle onto Levron as he drops down the smoke grenades, and he will go for the rotation hallway. He just sees the head of the smoke of Angel, rips him apart, and that's the metal half-wall protection gone. That's the plant delay gone. Zanky gets the plant down inside of Archives. Fjord will drop puzzle, and it's all down to Alex now at the 5 HP Jaeger stuck inside a small office in the middle of a crossfires. Levron covering hallway, 1 deep offices, 1 in Archives. Sitting on top of the diffuser is the very low health Zanky, but still with a face shield in front of him to support that engagement, and it will be Zanky getting either his 3rd or 4th in the round. And now Hat have the option to close this out on their next attack.
Zanky doing absolute work with the Blackbeard. Getting Hat up for the 5th time now. Hat on match point. They will continue to stay on the same side. And they will again attempt to defend Armory Lockers and Archives upstairs. No changes here in the operator lineup of finally Grizzly deciding to stick with this bandit upstairs. I was getting worried there for a moment. Capital on the other side. Been very effective at clearing people trying to stay behind half wall.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Here we
bombs.
go into round number 32. What could be the last round. I've said that before many times. At this point, I'm not holding my breath.
The scoreboard just gets more daunting every time we look at it. Every round someone's asking for it in chat, and I don't blame them, because there are plenty of people coming in and realizing that we are still suffering through this. But 16-15 scoreline. Hat with the ability on an attack that they have won plenty of times already, with the ability to shut this out finally in round number 32. 32. Just keep that in mind.
32. And guys, we appreciate the donations. And I just want to be straightforward with you guys that any donations that we do get go straight back into
Oh
the
yeah, we
CCS
don't get that.
prize pool and production. No, I don't make any money.
None of us do.
Make any
We
money.
just chill here.
I just burn up all my excess time. You know, I'm like a silver 4 now because I don't even have time to play the game. All I do is cast. But anyway, here we go. Getting started. Round number 32. Can you believe I'm saying that? Because I almost can't. 15-16 can Hat do what it takes to close this out. Bandit will be playing up against this wall here on Pillbox, getting ready to try and bandit trick, but Fjord will take down the castle very early on in this round. Still 2 minutes and 15 seconds. There goes my heart again, knowing that there's a possibility this game might come to an end.
Castle already got his utility down, thankfully, as he died prematurely with a great wall bang by Fjord through the CC wall. The grenade, though, it's going to take down his own thermite charge as it bounces off the outside of the door frame. What an unfortunate series of events. The ADS being burned, pre-fires by Fjord in towards half wall. The ADS finally burnt out by the flashbangs. Angel getting absolutely destroyed by those errant bullets coming through the doorway and half wall. He'll back all the way off. Now more flashbangs come raining in as Puzzle's complete blind. Rav going to be droning it as well, confirming that Platts has backed off from the wall. Rav still not going for this breach just yet on the wall. You still have the Jaeger of Alex playing at the half wall, and Platts the Bandit has come back for the bandit trick once again. A minute 15, the attack is stalling out while being up a man and possibly about to be up two with how lit the smoke is, but now they're going for a full rotation to office side. They're going to drone out the the Legion inside a fountain. They're going to light him up, but Crooked can't finish the kill. Hopping in Radio Fjord, though, going to take down Puzzle, and we're getting closer and closer to the conclusion of this wild game.
Only 3 defenders separate Hat from closing out this 32-round game, and now Hat is going to have to subdue the nerves and work together as the bandit trick will go off and stop this thermite on office. That is a second thermite charge down. There is no way to breach these walls. Crooked will get a kill. Only 2 remaining now on the defense. Can the defense hold out? Fjord will get a kill with the grenade, and only 1 remains. Smoke with just a little bit of health underneath. And this game, the sun is setting. We are getting close to the end. The fat lady is singing. Does this smoke have any way to get back upstairs? A fourth of the diffuser time now off. 1 smidge of health. 5 attackers to deal with. And ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine being in a situation of this intense amount of pressure? After so long, 32 rounds, 8 times Grizzly had an opportunity. 5 times Hat had the opportunity. And now, only a third of the diffuser time remains. That will be it! Rav will finish it up! The longest game I know of in Siege history has finally come to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking a break.
I'm done. Well, actually, no. Guess what? We're not done. We have another best of 1, and then a best of 3. Not worth.
That's all
I
right.
repeat, not worth. Change settings. Not worth. Yeah, we're aware.
We'll take a little bit of a break here. Oh my goodness.
God.
Look at that. Somebody take a screenshot. Somebody clip the end of that game. What an interesting outcome. So we're looking at about a 1 in 50 when we're going to see a game like that. We might never see a game like that again. We might see it as often as every other week. We have no idea what a game that was. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very needed break. Flynn and I have been casting this nonstop. The players of Hat that are moving on to the next round probably need a break as well. So we're going to hang out, and we're going to put a little bit of time on the clock, put some nice music on for you. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Sound like a plan?
Absolutely. Voice crack after that. Totally accounted for. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for suffering along with us. But it was a wonderful game nonetheless to be able to cast. And yeah, guess what? Still 2 more games on the other side of this break.
Exclamation point bracket. We're down on the bottom. We're in the losers bracket. The semi's coming up next. Only 1 game. Somebody dropped down from the winners bracket and already got auto-qualified for the semis. Winner of that will go on to play for the finals for their spot in the CCS.